Let's look. Live. Yeah, we're live.
Really? All right.
Nope. Nope. Couldn't do it. Mike had to be muted for the first 5 seconds. Damn it.
Well, I asked you how did I sound. I didn't ask you how you sound.
Well, you wouldn't tell because Skype. I'm
not
muted on Skype. I was only muted on the podcast. So, well, what's up, guys? It's Thursday. Come on, it's Thursday night. We are here. Here we go, Jeff Rule. That's right. And
nice. So close to the weekend. Long weekend.
Retro Bro
Valentine's
immediately.
weekend?
Yeah, I know. Valentine's weekend. We are the oldest is watching the other kids, and my wife and I are finding something to do. Getting the hell out of the house.
There you go.
So, what are you guys doing for Valentine's Day with your significant others?
No idea, actually.
I mean, it's gonna be cold as shit over here, so we're gonna have to find a way to stay warm. So maybe
Wait
my
a minute.
oldest and one of my youngest.
Wait a minute. You're in Texas.
I'm in San Antonio, Texas.
No, I want you to tell me what cold is.
Well, normally here it might get down to the 30s.
Really?
Which I'm fine. I'm okay with that. That's but Sunday and Monday is supposed to get down to the teens.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
you're like close to the equator. How are you getting into the teens?
I don't ask me. That's the first time I've seen that since I lived here in San Antonio, and I've been here since like '94.
It's continental drift.
Yeah.
That must be. No. Yeah,
Like we were getting warm, so it must have shifted a little bit,
Yeah. So I told him, I said, I'll come in Saturday, but don't expect me Monday.
Yeah, I'm off on Monday too for President's Day. My company is actually off.
Yeah, mine too.
Nice, and the schools are closed. And yes, Back from the Dead said it is not an NLG unless Mike is muted at the beginning of the show. So, high at 24 on Sunday says fun in Dallas.
Yeah, and Dallas just had a big old pile up.
Geeks said they're hitting single digits in Colorado. Sheesh. Snow in Scott said snow in southern New Jersey. We got snow. We got snow last night, overnight. We got snow.
You did? We did get nothing.
No, we got they got 2 inches out in the backyard, but nothing covering the road. It's weird.
We didn't get anything. Nothing.
That is bizarre. That's bizarre. So it's because we're on that 95 corridor, man.
It's in a donut right there. It's always hot.
I know. I know.
Oh no,
Niall said he got snow. Niall said he got
snowed everywhere except here.
Except in DC. So. Yeah. Oh man. So I did. Oh, Nicholas Dobry got snow too. He's near me. He actually lives a little bit near me. Hey, I got a shout out to Nicholas real quick because he lent me a pound cable for the Dreamcast that I still need to fully run through its paces. But I want to thank him for lending that to me. That's nice. I want to make sure that my Dreamcast video doesn't blink in and out while I'm playing it. So I want to thank him. Also, quick shout out to Retro Bro, who apparently thinks that Sonic CD sucks. We're gonna have to hash that one out. But he did recognize our theme music from what I think we can both agree on is the best Sega CD of the group, which is the Terminator. And currently one of the best. I mean, soundtrack's Tommy, so it's right up there. So, and as you guys know, Tommy gave us permission to use that track as our official opening track. So,
probably till we get like 1 million subscribers, and then
then he's gonna want royalties for it. Right?
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Right.
Pony up.
Hey man, we get 1 million subscribers. I'll give him royalties. Trust me. Yeah. No, not Sewer Shark. All right, look, Sewer Shark. I like Sewer Shark. It's one of if you guys remember, I did a whole thing on the full motion video games, one of the retro stuff. I like Sewer Shark, but Sewer Shark has limited appeal. The Terminator is a full-on, just badass platformer that just exudes coolness, and the track and the audio, the music is just rocking. So, and I don't know if you guys knew this. A fun fact. So, I'm working out the time, but on February 20th, not this Saturday, not next Saturday, but the last Saturday of February, Tommy and I on Saturday afternoon are going to be getting together here on NLG to do a music show. So we're going to step back from the Amico talk for a day, and him and I are just going to talk music and soundtracks and his musical prowess. I might drag the piano over and we might do some stuff, but we've got a really cool music show coming up that's just going to be him and me. And because I asked him if I could get Spencer, if he could sweet talk Spencer Nilsson into coming on. If I don't think that's like realistically going to happen, but if he shows up, then I'll die happy. But that'll be Saturday the 20th, and I'm looking forward to that. But that song that's at the front of our show is a song that he actually pulled from his band when he was younger. That's an actual song. It's got actual lyrics. Somewhere I've got the YouTube link for it. It's awesome. It's actually a real song that they wrote back in the day.
Nice.
So, Prophet said he'd write us a song too. Oh, and he plays bass. There we go. So we got you on guitar, Peter. You got Prophet on bass, me on keyboards, Chris's sultry voice on lead vocals. There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
The NLG band.
Yeah.
You mean Coop's sultry voice? About to get Coop.
Yeah. You could do backup vocals.
There you go.
Sister Caitlin's in the house. What's up? What's going on, Sister Caitlin?
I'll be Will Ferrell playing the bell.
Oh, the triangle.
Triangle.
Nice.
No, what was in the Silent Live? Wasn't it like a bell?
Yeah, it was a cowbell. That's right.
Yeah.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. More cowbell. So, anyway,
apparently we do some death metal because Prophet does death metal vocals. So
that would be quite interesting. That would be.
If Spencer Nielsen does show up and you say, that's your end, then we'll do some, a death march or something.
Right. Then Peter will be showing up next week on Thursday night. Hey, everyone, it's the NLG show with Peter and Chris.
Yeah.
Where's Mike?
Some sad news.
Mike died. Mike met Spencer Nielsen.
He died happily.
And then he just keeled over. So, there we go. We need a drummer. Can you play drums, Chris?
I'll try.
That's the spirit.
I'm not a musician, so I like music, but
can you keep the beat?
Yeah. What's up, Indie Gamer Bro?
I can do that.
Indie Gamer Bros in the house.
Hey, nice.
Indie Gamer.
See, everybody just showed up a little late. That's all. So, so there's that going on. There's M Squared happening Saturday with me and Mike Garvey. The return of Mike Garvey to the NLG air. And yes, he's in the chat. I told him not to hide tonight. He didn't want to come. He didn't want to come in the chat. He
doesn't have a reason to hide.
No, we really do love Mike. I love the fact that he's opinionated actually, and I'm actually looking forward. We're having a discussion on emulation on Saturday, and because we both got Razer Kishis, he's using it for different reasoning than me, to an extent, but he's got his own thoughts on emulation. I've got my own thoughts on emulation. I'm expecting a really good discussion on it, so I'm very happy. I'm very happy to be bringing the second episode of M Squared with him on. So it's going to be fun. Does this lead to the Pollination song? The Pollination song. Mike, if my lyrics suck, you change them, please. The Gamers United Guild Band. That's it. There it is.
Speaking of Gamer United Guild.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice, the new shirt.
A couple days ago.
Teespring, right?
Yeah.
All hail Jay. All hail Jay. Now,
Does it have stuff on the back? Because it's just the front.
No, this is just the front.
Just the front.
Okay.
I was hoping my barbershop quartet outfit. Yes. That's right. I think he's seen that picture of me in my barbershop stuff from when I did the Music Man. Yes, all hail Jay. There he is. See, all I had to do was call his name and he shows up.
Matt said just call it Gug. Just call it Gug.
Why not? There was it's the spiritual successor to Guar.
Yeah, there you go.
Graphic God, he shows up because you call him name because God is always listening.
Nice. Oh, Lance Jennings is in the chat. Did he get with you yet, Chris?
Lance Jennings is taken care of. Pong So is taken care of.
Outstanding.
Of course, Pong So, his stuff take a little longer. That's not. I can't send him a digital shirt.
All right.
So no, everybody's good. I appreciate everybody. So January, our first January member has his shirt on the way, an NLG shirt on the way, and our first January gamer of the month, NLG gamer.
Nice.
Lance he got a Nintendo digital code.
Oh, outstanding. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you. That's excellent. All right, so Pong, when he gets his shirt, is going to have to either wear it on Four Guys or wear it on Xbox Ultimate.
Yep.
So, with somebody let Jeff know, by the way. Somebody let Jeff know I got the Gogamego shirt.
That's a good looking shirt.
That is a good looking shirt. That is a good looking logo.
Yeah, I like that logo.
So, no, and this is actually a quality shirt. So, wanted to shout out. And Jeff and Stu will be on with us next week.
Nice.
Is a debut of Go Game Go on NLG. And I'm looking forward to it. Stu, speaking of metal, Stu's a rocker. He plays in a rock band, and he actually took the night off to come on our show. So
he looks like he plays in a rock band.
He does. He
plays bass, right?
Yeah, I think he does. So we have something to talk about next week when he comes on. So I know. So I tweeted out. He had DJ Game Studios on last night. I tweeted it all out. And I was all set. And 7:30, I fell asleep on the couch. I slept through everything. I slept through Wilmy. I slept through Gogamego. I woke up at like midnight and then caught like half hour of OEB Pete's Genesis stream. So what's up, Cyber Gunter? Gunter with a G's in the house.
But I was in the Go Game Go chat. So
good. You were representing. Excellent.
Yes, I was there.
So
I probably
send some guys their way.
Good. Yeah, I like
7:30
Mav was streaming. They were streaming. What was it called? The Division 2. It's like Go Game Go is going live, and he and Amphlet showed up. So it was good.
There he is. There's Jesse.
Yeah.
I have the power. I have the power to summon. I said, "All hail Jay."
Apparently.
Jay shows up. I said, "Go Game Go." Jeff shows up. Let's see. Phil Spencer.
Just trying.
All right. Yeah, that's not
ain't that good.
I'm not that good.
Hopefully, we don't read that you in bottoms up like the wrong summer.
Hold on, we gotta go. Amico, Tommy.
Yes. Tommy. So, by the way,
Look, he's green. No, just kidding.
we were, as well as some of our friends, Retro Bro and Retro Rich and Pete and Snestastic and a couple other guys were featured in the latest Intellivision video that came out that did the reactions to Finnegan Fox, and we had a little segment in there. So I want to thank Tommy once again for including us in his stuff. And apparently the checks haven't cleared yet, so but yeah, I get better luck with Tommy. So
Hey, that was a cool.
Cyber Gunter said Phil Spencer's here. He's just using Cyber's account tonight.
There you go. Thank you, Cyber. Lance, I think Lance had brought it up. Watching the tour of the studio in television.
Oh yeah,
Amico.
I did.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I saw that earlier.
I did not get a chance to see that, but I'll take a look at it over the weekend. So, Prophet gave us all of his thoughts for tonight, and then he's got to go mow his lawn. He said so. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother Prophet.
I guess he's
wait.
The second place where I didn't get snow then.
Yes.
My lawn is not growing.
Yeah, no snow in Australia.
Yeah.
So, oh man.
Oh, you know, if you can get snow in Vegas and stuff, then you get snow any and everywhere.
Jay says, "What's a lawn?" So, by the way,
in lawn.
Yeah,
you're in lawns. Sorry,
that's okay. Look what I got.
What you got?
I got the AverMedia. I got the AverMedia Live Ultra Pro, Live Gamer Ultra. Live Gamer Ultra.
It's probably about the size of an HD60, isn't it?
It is about the size. The HD60 is a little bigger and a little rounder, but but this is definitely palm size. I'm working on. I just started doing a Stinger Spotlight video for it, where I give a little more information. I'm going to do some streams, some test streams over the weekend, and but what I like about it is the input and output are on the same side, and then the USB-C.
Oh, it's still on the other side now.
It's still on the other side, but that's okay, because what I think I'm going to do, seriously, I'm going to mount it on my wall. So if this is my, if you could see it, let's see, come back. I'm going to mount it on the wall with like those command strip Velcro. Yeah. And then 1, 2. One goes out to the TV, one goes back up to the Xbox, and then the USB goes down to the computer. It actually literally works out. It works out perfectly. And even the placement, I know it's not, they didn't do this for me, but even the placement of the HDMI in and out is perfect to where the TV is versus where the Xbox is. It's awesome. So, tested it out last night, or 2 nights ago. The 4K 60 HDR pass-through is for real, which I really liked, because as you know, I'm going to continue to play on the couch. And so next up is to test the streaming capability. Did a little recording. My PC needs a little more. I think I need a better video card to offload some of the CPU usage to get better recordings, and I'm working on that. But streaming should be good. So I'm looking forward to getting into this a bit. So I know it's in your cart, Peter.
Yeah.
I know it's in your cart.
Yeah, I'm this close and pulling the trigger on the PCIe.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Equivalent.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just saying. Now,
I have the 1080p one.
That's
I was using, which I would be using this one for the retro stuff. And I have the 4K pass-through one for the Series X. And
I'm still holding on to my HD60. My HD60, that's also in there for my retro stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I put too many things, see, the stuff like the M Classic strips the HDR out of the signal. So I don't want to run my Series X through the M Classic, or I won't get HDR. And I really like HDR while I'm playing. But the other thing that I noticed, and I was on party chat with Peter while I was playing, was I'm so used to the HD60 USB 2, and with USB 2 on the monitor where you're doing your recording or streaming, the whatever you're playing is literally like 2 seconds behind. So you can't do anything with the screen. So I basically just use the screen to make sure that the picture's running. With this, I can actually, if I wanted to, I could use the monitor in real time. The lag, it's almost no lag. It was amazing. I was actually doing dirt races and I was going to get my son Jacob as part of the Stinger Spotlight to video me actually looking at my computer monitor and not the TV and actually playing to show how little lag there is. So, well, this one graphic got, so he said even with USB 2. This is actually USB 3.0 with a USB-C connector. So it's 3.0. The 2.0, no, that's my old the HDS, and you can't do that. I was just amazed. And the picture quality, I'm pretty sure that this captures 1080p 60 with HDR. So I'm looking forward to what streams look like with this thing. I'm very excited. I think tomorrow night, you know what? If Mav is cool with it, I know Mav does his own stream for his Halo, but if Mav's all right with me testing out this, and we could do like simultaneous GUG streams. You want to come see Mav and his perspective while he's whipping everybody's ass? Then you can check out his stream. If you want to come see me get my ass kicked, come to my stream. Come to my stream. So,
did you download the RE Central?
I did not. I didn't because, and I might try it. Oh, hold on. I mean, hold on. Thank you, Graphic. I got you to this. I got you this week, brother. How do I make him a mod from here?
Let me put this user in timeout.
Hold on.
I was trying to make Indie Gamer a mod temporarily while I was streaming, but I couldn't do it. I don't know why. Maybe I can't do it. We don't have those permission.
Oh, welcome, Misuko.
What's up, Misuko?
Welcome. So anyway, I'm the choice between that's okay. That's okay, Mike. Okay, Mike. Maybe M squared is Mav and Michael Garvey. I get
Probably is.
I get it. All right. So, but the cool thing about this is, and we'll talk, and we can talk about this for a second, is I want to start getting video and streams of us, of the three of us, playing some of this cool stuff that's coming out. Because, I mean, we just finished playing Hive Busters. We finally finished it. And that's some of the most fun that I've had in a while. Just playing Hive Busters with you guys. I really enjoyed it.
It was great.
So there's more to it. There's the escape that we can do, and so I want to do some more streaming with us. Sea of Thieves. There's when we get our when I get when you get PS5s, we could do some of that stuff too, because I'll run that through like a splitter, and then run that into the Avermedia as well. Qeorge Games.
What's up, George?
So we gotta have him on, Qeorge Games. I don't know if you guys realize this, but he is a Qeorge Games is actually the name of his company. He is a game developer. He's done some smaller stuff on web, which is actually pretty cool, and he is trying to get an Amico game out the door if he works it out with Tommy. But he's got some cool stuff on his website, and he's going to be doing some developer streams and things like that, and I'm looking forward to it. So.
Yeah, I saw the one that he created with the bees, with the bee.
Yes, yes,
that's funny. That's cool stuff.
Yes. Geeks with Cash said, where are you guys going to do Sea of Thieves? We'll let you know. You know what? Add us on Xbox, Geeks, Stinger NLG, and I think you're just HTK on Xbox, right?
Yes.
And Fastback 6768. And dude, anytime.
Yeah.
I'd love, because I finally got a chance to play it a little bit. That 60 frames per second is sublime, and I'm ready to get back into it.
We can do with everybody here in the chat, and then we'll take over a whole server, because that's what he professional streamers are doing.
Well, let's do that.
And then they cry when we say like, "Hey, why can't we have adventure service?" So it's like and just it's less PvP.
Yeah, I hear you.
So if we stream it, maybe one day that we can give out some NLG gear, some.
That would be cool
for the ship.
There we go. I'd be down for that. So let's
for giving out.
Yeah, for in game. Yeah, make some NLG stuff. Cyber Gunter, Phil, help us out here. We need stuff in Sea of Thieves. Make it happen.
Make it happen.
So other than Hive Busters, we all beat the medium, right?
Yes, we did.
Yep.
All right.
Final
Did we do that
thoughts before.
Did we talk about that last week though?
I don't know. Did we?
We
I don't
did.
know if you were.
You weren't finished with it.
I wasn't finished yet. I finished it over the weekend.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. George says I need this show after a long week. See, that's.
Thanks, George. Hey,
yeah,
that makes so do we. I do too. I mean, I feel you. It's been a long week, and
it has been.
I just love jumping here with Mike and Peter, and just chatting with you guys in chat. So
yeah,
seeing how everybody's going for the week. It
really does make us feel good. Honest to goodness,
does. Yeah.
So, but final thoughts, boys, on the medium. I want to hear your final thoughts on this game.
Love the story. Mechanics are too bad they are dated and not technically improved, even with the same mechanics. It's my biggest complaint.
Okay, fair.
Because it could have done a little smoother in certain things, even with keeping the fixed camera on.
That's fair. That's very fair. I can understand that. So, thank you, Lance. This show's a must watch
brother.
every week. Thanks, guys. No, thank you. Yeah. So you guys make this a must watch show, because without you guys, we're not here. So Geeks said he needs to play it. He got sucked into Falconeer.
I cannot land that stupid bird. I've done it a few times because I did some 2D training and stuff, but after that, I couldn't land that bird. And I streamed it once for an hour, and after an hour, it's like that's it. I was so frustrated.
You need to tag what's the name? The dev.
Yeah, I did, and I think they're gonna make some improvements.
And then he blocked
what
you.
I've heard in the game to because I think there's like a hint in the lower left corner where you can land and stuff, and it's not very prevalent, so they're gonna put it more in the middle of the screen. So
yeah,
it'll be a little.
Like he is.
Yeah, you just press and hold A. I've tried it, and then my bird starts flapping its wings and stuff flying into the buildings and other stuff. It's not good. And it like shoots up and shoots away. It's like, and I paid $30 for that. Darn it! I did not ask for a refund though.
No.
It's like.
Andy says we got to play Cyber Shadow, which yes I do. But I still have to play. That's what I might also test over the weekend. Is Bloodstain, the classic mode. Bloodstain Ritual of the Night. I almost said Symphony of the Night. Ritual of the Night. I need to play that. I need to play that on classic mode.
The first boss is a bitch. Graphic, what game are you talking about?
Oh, Cyber Shadow must be.
Oh, Cyber Shadow? Okay.
Brother Rich is in the house, Bacon Ice Cream Productions. What's up, Brother Rich?
I thought Bloodstained the first boss.
I don't know. We'll find out. All right,
I'm
so
surprised any gamer didn't say Hollow Knight.
True.
I need to play Control. Now that's all like enhanced and other stuff.
Yeah, but it's only
with my new capture card.
It's only enhanced if you have it on. If you got it through PS Plus. Remember the game?
I have it on the Series X. I paid $20.
Oh, you bought the Ultimate Edition?
Yeah.
Oh,
before
okay.
it was Game Pass type.
All right.
I guess you can. Well, we played on the basic
basics.
Game Pass
Yes,
version.
we played it on peasant
Performance.
version.
Yes. You can let us peasants know.
Peasant version.
Real quick,
And maybe
before
I
we go on
can
to the
show
next-
the difference between the
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
the graphics mode and the performance mode.
That would be awesome. Oh. All right, but back to Medium. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
We got sidetracked. Awesome people in the chat sidetracked us.
Yeah.
So
Darn it.
mechanics and the camera, but love the story.
Love the story. It's very neat, the two perspectives, the simultaneously, especially like towards the ending where you have the same face. You see half a face on each side, and it's like mashed together. That's done really well. Love that.
That ending, yeah. Oh yeah.
And the ending, it's like, we want more.
I think we're gonna get more.
Hopefully.
They left it open. That's not spoiling anything, but they left it open.
They left it open.
They did, but they're probably working on the other game already, right? So do they have?
Bloober?
Yeah, they should have enough people. Maybe that they wanted to.
Or
Maybe they've
maybe
already
it
been
marinates
working
a
on
little bit.
something. Yeah.
Who knows?
What else is Bloober? What was Bloober Team's next project?
Well, they're slowly working on it. They tweeted out that they're looking for somebody with combat mechanic experience.
Maybe for Medium too.
Could be.
Yeah. It's going to be a medium during the actual war. It's a
Medium.
a prequel.
Yeah,
that.
that would be cool. That. Ooh.
Now you can. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yes, because that story needs to be told.
That story needs to be told.
That
you can
story
make
needs to be told.
two stories: a prequel and a sequel.
You really could. You could turn this into a.
Well, with the indie game,
little...
it says Bloober don't often do sequels, so maybe a prequel.
Maybe, but I read the game. I mean, it's in this day and age for a game like that to be profitable after launch like that. I mean, they said on January 31st that even after release and going in Game Pass, that game had already managed to cover its production and marketing costs. So now it's all profit. That tells me they've got a good game that they need to hone that. They need to take that on, and they need to expand on it, because there really is a lot of story to tell. Garvey.
Yeah.
Garvey.
What's up, Yobi?
Yobi. Oh, he saw Yobi in here, so he had to. He's sucking up the Yobi now.
Peace, love, life.
Peace, love, life. What was it? Yobi was gonna come in here all war, destruction, life.
I thought we were supposed to come up with another name besides Banger. Thought we were gonna trend something else.
I tell you, they're doing this to me on purpose. No, but all right. So, Chris, your take on the game?
I'm with Peter. The story, I love the story. I did like the ending, and I do hope there is more. Same thing with the mechanics. I'm not a big fan of the mechanics. If I get why they were using those mechanics, maybe for the overall effect of, just the feel of the creepiness and, like the sounds. Because the audio was great throughout the game. And then, as you're running around, the camera, you can't really, have full control of it. And so as you're walking around and stuff, you just hear stuff on the side or behind you. So maybe the way the mechanics and all that plays into the whole effect of, making it, a little bit more creepiness. And I know me and Peter, we talked about it. You would think here we are, we're on next gen, and this is a next gen only game that they could have done something more, maybe a little bit, more enhanced version of those type of mechanics. Maybe a combination of like a over the shoulder third person where the camera is just a little bit, better control, or I don't know. But overall, I love the game, and it had me hooked. Like I said before, I'm playing the game past my bedtime. The game is good for me. Yeah. So
I agree.
I mean, even like going back to it the next day, to me, then that the game is like good. Because sometimes you have a game, it's good. You play whatever, and then you go to bed, and then you never touch that game again. Not that the game was bad, but
yeah,
it doesn't pull you in as much, or you get distracted with something that's kind of better.
Yep, and the characters in the game, the main character was great. And other characters that you interacted with and you played as. Yeah, I want to see more from that. So.
Yeah.
And if they had a bigger budget, then they could have done more with the characters, the more modeling,
Sure.
The facials and other stuff, and mocapping that better. But yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I think too, and and some of this is hype, I'm sure. I think the game was hyped so much that we were expecting something on the level of, Guerrilla Games or, like a 343 high type, and I don't know that Bloober Team's up for that being there. They are still an indie developed studio. I mean, they're still, they're still a small team. For what they did for a small team, I think is is worthy of respect, no doubt. For me, the game got better as it went along. It was slow. It was kind of a slow start until she got to the hotel, and then the game got really good.
And the puzzles were fun too.
The puzzles were fun, and when things started to click, and there's a couple times when you go, "Oh crap! Oh," trying to figure out who was who, I'm trying to do this without spoiling anything. There comes a point, and you guys know, I think you'll be able to figure out what I'm talking about, where the beginning of the game comes into complete focus. Like, at the beginning of the game when you're going, who's she talking to? Because, and then all of a sudden, there's this point in the game that shows you that just reveals almost everything until the very last twist at the end. But there's that point, right, where you realize who she's talking to and where she is, and that's all I can really say without giving any of it away. And you're like, oh, and it's all done without gunplay, which I think does not get enough credit here.
Yes and no. Much.
All right, go ahead.
Huh? No, with the gunplay? It's all the way to all the end. Really?
Well, beginning and
it's
end.
That. Yeah.
Well, but I mean, she's not.
Yeah, you're not.
She's right. Not running and gunning.
Right, and in fact, she doesn't fight at all. Really, she really doesn't. There's no real combat element to the game,
except those locks.
Well, yeah. So, but
she does use her powers a couple times.
Yes. Yeah, there are. It's interesting how she. All right, there's no real like hand-to-hand combat, but the way that she deals with, it's hard for me to. I don't want to spoil anything because for those of you who have not played this game, I mean, I do think all three of us would agree. Play the game, right? Or
what was that?
We would all three recommend the game, right?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
very much.
Okay.
Yeah, and especially since most people have Game Pass, then there's no really an excuse for not trying and seeing what the fuss is all about.
Yeah, like you said, I recommend get through the first part of it. Don't give up. It does get better, and the story does get more intriguing. It's like Mike said.
It does.
It
opens
takes
up.
It takes you all around to the point where it makes you think, oh, it's this person. Oh, well, wow, maybe it's this. It takes you through a whole wide range of emotions and surprises and like earlier when I was saying, I think was talking about, like, I had said something about the being next gen, and honestly, realistically, I understood that this game was in work for the last few years, and I don't expect games that are coming out here at launch or so to take full effect of next gen. So I understand that. All I'm saying is about the mechanic part of it was, if you're going to use mechanics that are from the 90s that have been, something that's easy to use, I guess nowadays, I would like for it to be a little bit smoother to that's what I expected, right, Peter? Like, as far as the camera control and
even if you leave the same thing, the fixed controls and stuff, but it's like, sometimes, like, you turn a corner and then, the way all of a sudden you're running the opposite is what you think you're going by turning and stuff, as well as the angle is a little off. So that second character's, all of a sudden running into a wall and both characters stop and you get destroyed by that, whatever that is. So it's like, that's frustrating and unnecessary in this age.
Infinite Project Jeff?
Yep. Yeah. Our brothers in the house. I think I did say, and I might have said this last week on the show too, I don't find the game particularly as graphically powerhouse as I think they do. I don't understand why the game was locked at 30 frames per second. I think that game, looking at the game, I think they could have done 60. That's just me. I think they could have done 4K 60 the way that game looked.
Yeah, maybe.
They could have. Who was it earlier? Was it Scott? He did bring up about, the Two Worlds. Wasn't that considered kind of a next gen feature?
Yes.
I can't recall any other. Only other game I was thinking of that could be close to it was the game, not the one from WB, like the Lord of the Rings one. You know what I'm talking about? The one where you
one of the Mordor games.
Yeah. Where
okay.
he did. I'm trying to think. He did have a feature where he could go through the Two Worlds, but I don't think there was any kind of duel.
Right.
There was something to that effect, similar in a way, but not how they did it on the Medium.
Well,
because that was how he was able to get through certain areas where he was in the other, like his body, when the ring somehow made him go through, a different medium or different,
But here's another thing: is like, who knows how the game is set up? I'm not a game developer, but I'm doing more enterprise-based software, so I have some software engineering experience. But you would think, like, the game, even though you have two worlds and say you have two different rendering engines, but now all of a sudden you render like half a screen, right?
Right.
So you're rendering like a 2K screen instead of a 4K screen. So two 2K screens. So, I mean, can that still be 60? You know, maybe. I don't know. Depends how it's set up, and who knows? Maybe they could have done it a different way. But you know, once you start going a certain path, and it seems to work, and you're satisfied with 30 frames per second, and you know, at that point, you're not switching and trying different stuff. Otherwise, you know, a game might never come out.
They did in Twitter, they did mention something where they did respond to that.
Okay.
So
when Niall doesn't get sleep, he has silly jokes like, maybe you weren't playing it on high settings, it was on medium. That's actually pretty good. So Mav says, watching on TV and chatting on phone while Kate makes me some pasta. I am spoiled right now. I cannot lie. So
hey, but make sure you put that chair back though.
Yeah.
Or the ottoman or something.
So now I can
the toilet chair, not the seat. Make sure you keep the seat up or down. Or
yeah.
So now I can finally come clean on my admission. I have Xbox Ultimate playing in the background on my phone while my wife and I are watching TV before she goes to bed, and that's how I get my wife time, but I can still hear what's going on, and I don't chat. That's why you don't see me chat as often in Xbox Ultimate, but I'm listening in one ear and watching TV with my wife in the other, so that she'll go to bed and then I can come play Halo. That's how it works. That's how it works.
It's like a three-way.
Oh. That's how this kind of shows.
Mav is kind of irresistible on camera, you know. Anyhow, all right, we have jumped way off the rail on that one.
Yeah.
Andy Gamer said this show is a three-way.
We did go three-way on the Hivebusters.
We did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
we did 3 on Hivebusters. We gotta
You finished it.
We gotta do. So I'm ready to, dude. I'm ready to squat up on Division 2 because I want to see that. Too, yeah. I want to see that upgrade. I'm ready to squat up on Sea of Thieves. I mean, there's so much we could do.
How far in are you? Are you what level? Are you still?
I'm not that far.
Single digits.
I think
no. You guys, and I'm like all maxed out, and then all of a sudden, like
we're gonna let Peter.
Well, but remember,
two on one back.
No. So remember how Division 2 works differently than Division 1. I remember when I first got that game, and it was like Coop and Nate were already like almost maxed out. You get overclocked until you get to their level. So like it was almost like they were,
you know, level like every minute you.
I was leveling up like no one's business.
Yeah.
So if whoever's behind, man, we'll catch up.
No, but I mean, Division 2, they changed it to where each person's playing to their level, right? So you're not worried about.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. I thought they did change that.
Okay. I don't know.
We'll find out.
Hey, but I'm good at being carried, sir. Ask Coop.
Yeah.
Coop's got
Coop has a slow back.
Yeah. Coop's got a wide and strong back. he carries people on his arms. So, I love that movie too. Highway to the danger zone. I didn't see did anybody see the extended Top Gun 2 trailer? Came out of the Super Bowl? I've not seen it. I didn't watch the Super Bowl.
No, I haven't. Yeah.
Oh.
I missed that.
I am actually looking forward to that movie.
Yep. Me too.
My wife and I mean, we are big Top Gun fans. So my wife and I are really looking forward to that movie coming out.
You know, Tom Cruise is a douche, tool, but I still like some of his movies.
Yeah.
He's good at what he does.
He's so small, though.
Yeah, he is.
I saw his statue in the, Madame Tussauds Wax Museum in Amsterdam. And they're like tiny little. I was like, what the heck? I don't know how tall he is, but it's like, man. Oh, midget.
Good night, brother Jay. All hail Jay.
Not Jay. Well, a lot of those guys, a lot of the actors there, they look taller.
That's
screen.
super.
Yeah.
It's like, what's his name that plays the Punisher? He's a small dude also.
Mav, I still owe you some Toto this weekend. I still owe you some Africa. I finally got that. My voice. I've been trying to start getting my voice back into shape. So I've been using that song to stretch the vocal cords back out. So I need a pop up. Okay. Yes, I got you. I got you on that one. I got you on that one, Mav. But the other thing too about Tom Cruise is he does his own stunts.
Yeah, I mean that's impressive, right?
Yeah, I always liked him in the Mission Impossible movies. I thought he's been a great Ethan Hunt. And remember the one, I think it's the fourth one, where he's hanging on to the jet as it's taken off. Yeah, that's really him. That's like him. That's apparently he learned how to fly an F-16 or an F-18. I'm sorry, he learned to fly that freaking thing, and that's him actually flying it in the movie. Apparently, that was actually him flying it in the original movie too.
Of course,
flying is not the hardest part. It's the landing. That's the that's the hardest part.
Oh, I'm not doing a Skid Row song, Born. I'm sorry. Sorry. All right. So, what else have you guys, before we've been an hour, we haven't gotten to our main topic yet. What else have you guys been playing?
Valhalla.
Love
that game.
So, Valhalla, about that game to us. What is it you're liking about that game so much?
Like just the historic piece of it, and the nice open world. So it's like, sometimes very peaceful when you're riding your horse and it's all pretty and stuff. And still love the stealth part of it, like from the Assassin's Creed, and still can blend in a little bit. It's it's just fascinating. I love the quest, love the story.
Okay.
So, yeah. Just last night I played some part of the story and it's like, oh my goodness, snow. That's awesome. That's so cool.
Okay. Chris, what have you been playing?
I jumped back into Watch Dogs Legion. Because I had stopped whenever they had the issue with the save file.
Yeah.
I jumped back into that. I have unlocked, pretty much opened up each. I don't know. They're not called counties or divisions. I don't know what they call them, but I've unlocked all the areas from the control of the. What do they call it? I forgot the name. And now I'm getting back into the main story. Going back to that.
Very nice.
So, I don't think I'm too far off. But I do enjoy the game because some of the missions you do need. You can pretty much recruit anybody in the game, almost any NPC, and some of them they have their own skills. Some of them they could be part of the police, or they could be medical or whatever, or like some are. Like they're like investors, and so if you have them on your team, you end up getting more money. Like you can get, when you find more money and stuff like that, you can get more of that. And maybe some stuff. And let's say you get someone who is all into buying clothes, so if you go and buy clothes, they're cheaper. So every person has something to contribute, and you have a choice of how you want, who you want and all that. So
yeah, you get a lawyer on your team, and if you get arrested,
a lawyer,
you be off quick.
Get you out, yeah. So, or if you get hurt and you have someone medical on your team, you recover faster. So overall, it's pretty good. It's a lot better than the second one.
In comparison, the second one is trash. in my opinion.
As far as the story, yeah, I still enjoyed going around. Second one was just too easy to hack everybody, too easy to get through missions because you can just hack other people to come take care of everything for you. This one, you really got to put a little bit more into it. You can't just do all that. So I really do enjoy it. There's some difficult areas, and what's funny is Removable Sanity made me laugh because he posted something on Twitter about, you see all these cool cars in the game and you can get around, but no, who wants to drive around London when you can just fly a big old drone?
Yeah.
And and it's funny, I do that a lot too myself. I'm like, it might take a little while to get there, but
I always used to drone.
Yeah,
It's a better way than sightseeing.
It is, yeah, and then you can get to better locations to take out some of the enemies and all that if you have to take someone out. So
yeah.
I bought Watch Dogs 2 and never cracked it open.
Yeah, you don't have to play that to play Legion. I mean, they did a great job as far as run around San Francisco. It's beautiful. They got some of the sites, right? So, and then even London. London's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like the story too.
So here we are, both me and Peter are playing Ubisoft games.
I know.
Right, Mike, that means you should have been playing Phoenix Rising, and all three of us are playing the Ubisoft game, recent Ubisoft game.
But it's not in Game Pass.
No, it's not. Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
You got to
that's not coming until Microsoft.
It's on sale
buys
for
Ubi.
$36 right now.
That's nice. That's cool.
Who knows? I might jump on that.
Yeah.
Actually, I might jump on Valhalla next.
Yeah, Valhalla. So good.
I want to say good evening to Brother Invader Gaming from our great Gamers United Guild brothers over at TXR, who will be on Sunday night after not being on from Super Bowl Sunday. Although considering that game, you guys could have done a show last week, but they will be back on this Sunday night with all the Xbox trimmings. So, I haven't played as much as I wanted to this week because, so in the Jewish religion, the next holiday coming up next month, actually this month in a couple of weeks, is Purim. And for those of you who aren't Jewish, Purim is it's always about Jews overcoming struggle and things like that. So there's a story. And we tell the story every year, but we do it with a spiel, so like a little mini play, and our choir puts on like a little thing every year. This year, and so I'm being the choir director. I put it all together. Being that it's virtual, everybody recorded their stuff and sent it to me, and I've been editing it because, like I do with the NLG videos, I'm the only one who can edit videos in the choir. So this year's theme is TV themes. And so I have been working on that this week and haven't had much time to play. I'm expecting to kind of be free and finish with all that stuff over the weekend so that I can get back to gaming. I did play some Dirt 5 this week, though, and I find that to be my game of choice when I'm sitting on a boring meeting because I can just run races, and that game is so good. That game is so good. If you need an arcade racer, Dirt 5 is that's your Huckleberry right there.
Yeah.
So, and then I'm trying to decide, when to get into Watch Dogs Legion because I'm afraid if I do, that's all I'm going to play. I'm going to get sucked into it, and that's all I'm going to play till I beat it. So I'm trying to be judicious about when I get that game started. Because I want to play Division, I want to play Sea of Thieves, I want us to play some Rocket League, because we're supposed to do some Rocket League stuff with some other GOG folks. There's the Fork Halo tournament that we got to sign up for by tomorrow. Which, by the way, Back from the Dead is in the house. I did ask him. I think that tournament, the brackets come out on March 1st, But I think the tournament does start on March 6th, so hopefully we have a full squad by then. So
Yeah.
Yes, Rocket League is awesome.
Rocket League.
Okay, let's get to our... It's 10:05. How about we actually talk about some topics?
Whoa.
Great, we have topics?
We do.
Who wants to talk about games? Let's talk about topics.
Yeah, I know, right?
I thought topics go on like ice cream and stuff.
Oh, real quick, though.
Topics.
Real quick. Shout out. I did stream a little bit to start
Yes.
getting my streaming going. I did play from the Steam Game Festival. I did play Unbound Worlds part.
I saw the demo.
That was a cool platformer.
Yep.
Right away, it already got difficult because obviously those who are watching me, you saw me, and Indy was there. Thank God Indy was there to help me, as he always is, to help me get through some areas. Yeah.
Nice. Indy's been heading up the game festival stuff and been doing a phenomenal job.
He's the go-to guy if you want to know real quick about certain games that are in there. He already has an idea what they're about. So
yes, he does. Oh yeah. All hail Indy.
All hail. But I think my next indie game I need to go jump and play Raji. I have that downloaded. I need to play it. So look for a stream in the future.
Okay. Cool. By the way, before we move on, I do want to remind our friends of NLG, our channel members, that there is a video waiting for you guys to sneak peek. For those of you who have not seen yet, you can click the join button here at NLG, and for a meager $1.99 a month, you get access to some very cool emojis that some folks have been putting in the chat. You get your name at the end of our video, and as well, if you look down in the description, you'll see your name as a friend of NLG, which we do appreciate. And as an added bonus, videos that we put out, like our Stinger Spotlights, we're bringing to you guys first, so that you can sneak peek it before everybody else does. So Seth and I got our first Video Games Monthly box, and it came like right after the Video Game Treasure box. So I was like, okay. So we did our first video for it, and that video is live for members only until Saturday. And then on Saturday, I'll put it up for everybody else. But again, if you join our membership, then you'll get things like that, little perks like that. So if you need to know how, just right on our page, just click the join button, and easy peasy. So the more we get, the more retro console emojis I can put up. So you know, I put up a Nintendo. Somebody wanted a SNES one. I need 4 more members, and then I can add one. So
I'll join once we get a C64 up there.
That could be the next one. Maybe it's going to be the next one. So then we need 8 more, and then I can put up a SNES and a C64. I haven't put up one for you yet. So you know what? You get one. I'm gonna get you a C64. All right. While Chris is coming back, we'll get started.
Yeah. So the what Mav said, the Division 2 New York expansion is $8.99 currently, and also the main Division 2 game is also $8.99.
Oh, so for $16.
So for $18, you can get the whole shebang.
Yeah, All right, I will pick up the New York expansion, no doubt.
Yeah.
No. All right, so Take-Two Interactive had their quarter 4.
Thanks for the Indie Gamer.
Andy.
Welcome to the Friends of NLG. Welcome, brother.
Oh, thank you, Andy. We love you, brother. We gotta get his. I know he's over 1,000 now. We need to get his membership going so we can subscribe to him.
Yeah.
So.
Join Mav's Guild. Why Infinite? Why when we have the NLG Guild? I forgot what it's called.
Do we still have that guild?
Yeah, it's still alive. Although last night I ran it and it says I could boot it. So I rejoined, but I'm not sure how much alive that is. So
All right.
And, but sure, we can join the Mass Guild, or we should create a Gug Guild.
Yes, a Gug Guild. How many people can...
Oh, Geeks with Cash. Thanks for joining. Friends of NLG.
Thank you, Geeks. All right, hold on, because I'm adding you right now live to the description. I'm able to do that, and then I'm going to add you guys to our outro video next week. So you'll see that, and you guys will be in every video description from here on out. And actually, if you guys were to hit F5 and refresh your page, you should see yourselves down in the description of this show. So thank you both. Love you guys. All right, so Take-Two had their Q4 results, and there was a couple things that came out of it. But one thing that they did say was that they felt like they were justified in charging $70 for NBA 2K11, and that sales have borne that out. And yeah, you're right. So I was thinking about this. You know, we kind of have touched on this here and there, but we never really dove into the meat of whether or not $70 games are going to be are going to either, you know, number one, really be the norm, and two, is that sustainable in this market, especially with things like Game Pass around. You know, so let me give you the quote here. All right, so when asked if it was the right strategy to charge an extra $10 for the next generation of NBA 2K21, I don't know why I said 2K11, I apologize, 2K21, Zelnick said yes. In terms of frontline pricing for NBA 2K21, I think that it went really well as expected. And as planned, it is in a premium offering at the highest possible level. The title has been built from the ground up for the next generation, so the first title here to be created that way.
The previous ones were overpriced then.
Right.
So we have been paying $60 for a roster change then.
And here's the yes, right. And here's the money line. And customer acceptance has been nothing short of extraordinary. Now,
you know, another reason is like, what other NBA games are out there? Where's the competition?
Exactly.
They could charge you $100 and people would still buy it because what else is there?
They drove EA from the market. I mean, remember EA tried, they had with, I think 19 was the last game NBA made, NBA Live made, and they were done. See, Geek said that's such a crock. I'm sorry, built from the ground up. I know. I agree. But
here's another thing: is like, does that game have any microtransactions and other stuff? Do they still have season passes?
The My NBA.
Do they have the ultimate editions, or is this or definite editions, or is this just the?
Oh yeah, no, it's got the
same. You still have all the other shenanigans and other stuff, and you know, if you still have all the other crap, then for me, $70 is not justified. Sorry.
No, and this is, it's not, you know, Madden 21, FIFA 21, MLB The Show 21 is going to be $70 for the next gen versions. Demon Souls.
It's all micro, and they still have microtransactions and stuff.
Yep.
I mean,
Godfall.
You know, I'm not cool with that. So, if I do buy those games, I'll wait for a sale.
Yeah, I mean,
and also, like, you know, I'm not too high up on the sense of like I need to play the current roster as soon as it comes out. I can wait.
Absolutely. Now, he said, Zelnick, Strauss Zelnick, who is the CEO of Take-Two, he said, we haven't talked about pricing on other titles, so it would be premature to discuss that. We'll talk about that and title-by-title basis going forward. But, I mean, they sold 8 million copies of NBA 2K21, which is about what they sell every year, and they did it with a $10 price hike. They see everybody else hiking up $10. Why not?
But here's another thing, like, you know, the PlayStation 5 games are also, you know, $70.
Godfall, Demon Souls.
Right. So if you put the, you know, NBA 2K21 with those games, then there's no difference. People don't say like, hey, that one is 70, but the other ones are 60. Why are you charging, you know, $70 for 2K21? So.
And remember, there's no difference between digital and physical.
That's even worse.
You know,
I mean, that has been bad for a long time. It's like, why is digital so expensive? It doesn't have the retail, you know, packaging, transportation, inventory, you know, all that shenanigans. Sure, you have some server cost and you know, CDN costs and stuff, but I don't think those are as high. So they're making big bucks on the digital one,
which is getting more and more prevalent.
Right. So they're already making more per title because of the digital part, and now they're also raising the price. So now they even, you know, instead of getting, say, $10 for a $60 physical game, now they're getting $40 for a digital $70 game.
Night, the indie gamer.
So, yeah, have a good night, Indie Gamer.
Yeah, have a good night, brother Indy. Love you, man. So,
I guess, I mean, we're game's going to be $60 forever. I mean, should we be surprised that they're starting to slowly creep up? Well, now they're creeped up to 70, most of them.
No, because of the digital stuff, it should have already come down. A $60 game should have been already $40.
True.
So go up from $40 then for a digital game, if a price.
True.
Well,
they don't want to give up that money. They want to keep it.
No, I know they're greedy.
60
and look
up.
how much money they make.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and brick and mortar,
you know where the money is
stores
going, right? It's not going to the actual guy who's typing in the lines of code.
No, it's not.
No,
it's not.
I mean, they'll get a bonus, but they ain't getting the same bonus as the guy upstairs.
Right, the guy upstairs and all the investors and stuff. That's where the money goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but but brick and mortar stores have a hand in this too. They're not going to allow digital games to be cheaper, and draw that money. You know, draw that money away.
Sell a case for the code for cheap.
They should.
But I will say with the physical, like y'all are saying, the brick and mortar, that the thing is that they own those physical copies, right? They have to buy them from the publishers themselves, right? So, and who knows how much they paid for, but it's up to them. The reason why we see a lot of those physicals cheaper is because it's the retailers who are selling it cheaper. It's not so much Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo are controlling that. Well,
but codes can be sold
too.
That's a new act that sells like brand new games or pre-release or even post-release for, you know, money off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about?
So it could already be cheaper because, I mean, why would Newegg sell a code?
Well, and you know, George Games makes a good point too. Some games are worth $70. Okay, so you know, we talked about, or we've heard about, you know, increased production prices and development costs, and you know, you get these bigger games.
But your tools are getting better too, right? So there's more automation going on. More, you know, the engines they rely on, you know, are getting better and better too.
Yep. There's no more middleware. I mean, your middleware is Unreal Engine and
right, exactly.
You know, but you know, to George's point, are sports games worth $70?
Most of the time, no. It's just a roster change, and it's pretty much it. And bug fixes. It's like a service.
And bug fixes. So, I mean,
here's another thing, like physical media. Why Why is that cheaper than digital? Physical media, I can trade in. I can sell to somebody else. He pops it in and can play it. Digital, we don't have anything, really.
Right. You have the convenience. You have the
Here's another
convenience of
thing.
not
Say the
of
internet
not.
goes kaput forever. We're stuck. Well, when you have a physical disc, you still have a DRM that still works.
But the physical media, like if you buy it from Xbox Store, it's more expensive than if you go buy it at Walmart, Target, Best Buy, right? Or like GameStop.
Sometimes.
I think the reason why those brick and mortar stores are cheaper because one, they want you to come into the store. They want you a reason to come in and look at other stuff besides, hey, this game's cheap, and then you walk by other aisles. Oh, wait, I need that and that. They could do that, but
Brother Avish, he snuck in the back door. Avish stuck in. He snuck in. He snuck in like a ninja on us. What's up, man? Sorry.
But they like that money. They've been making that money at $60 forever, and some of them are going to move on to 70, and they don't care.
See, if I would pay $70 and I don't have to worry about a season pass or one of the other, seasonal things that you have to buy in order to, progress and stuff and DLC, then sure, I'm happy to pay $70. But that's not the case. We're paying $70, what's now $60, and perhaps we even get less now for $70 than what you would have gotten for $60.
Now,
and Garvey makes a good point. He said, put $1 in, put $1 of work in, get $1 of cash out. Put $1 million of cash in, get $10 million of cash out because of what you charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. And that's why I love Game Pass. I mean, how many games have I not bought this year because I'm like, I'll just wait. I'll wait for it to come on Game Pass.
10.
At least. And
I don't know, just
well, I there are many games that I just don't buy. The only reason I bought Watch Dogs Legion was because it came down to $35 or whatever the heck it was on sale. So, that's when I bought it. I didn't buy Jedi Fallen Order. I waited for that to come into EA Play. I didn't buy half the. I really don't buy games. I wait for them. I either wait for them to come out or on Game Pass, or I maybe get them for $10 down the road.
But the thing is, for us hardcore gamers, we're not the ones buying these games at full price all the time, right? We're the ones who will wait for a sale, or we're in subscription service. But it's the $70. They're selling to the 90%, whatever, the ones who
they buy only like 3 games for a whole console.
They only play Call of Duty. Play, Madden, and that's it. That's all they care about. And they'll buy those games during the holiday, and they don't care.
Yep. Right, there's people who buy one game a year, which is NBA2K every year. So they could charge, put a $200 sticker on it, and they will be happily paid that $200.
Yeah, you're right.
Year in, year out.
Oh, by the way, brother Macaval is in the house. Haven't seen him haven't seen you in a minute, brother. I hope you are doing well. Welcome in.
That's why I think the subscription services work well for both parties, for Xbox and for the studios or publishers that make that deal, because they're getting a good chunk of money on the front end to help pay for marketing or whatever, and then they're still selling their game. Like Medium did well. So, they made out both ends. I it's very rare if I pay a game for full price. So.
Yeah, I did it with Valhalla and I did it with Watch Dogs, and
I did it with Watch Dogs.
And then you have issues that you cannot save and other stuff, and then you wait, and then they're on sale for $30, and then it's like, what if I would have paid $70 for it? That would be like at least $10 more pissed.
Right?
I would not pay $70 for Call of Duty or any sports game.
No.
I'm sorry. Well, unless you come out with a Super Technical 4. And it's not simulation.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
So,
and Geeks with Cash says a lot of those subscription services, they don't include DLC. But then here's the beauty of it: you play the game for practically free, and now you can afford the DLC.
Right.
Some of them do come up with DLC though, with perks. If you have Ultimate.
Yeah. But also, like, you have a game, so the base game is like, say, $60, and then you have the DLC that comes out. That's like $30, but it's like a fraction of the whole game. So proportionally, it almost seems like they're making up money with the DLC too.
And that might help them keep the game in Game Pass longer. If they're making that much money, they get a cut up front from Microsoft for putting the game in there, and then they get a cut of and then they get their own cut of the DLC, because they're not paying Microsoft for the DLC; they're getting that themselves. Now, to answer your question, though, Geeks, is if the base game leaves Game Pass, you could still buy the base game if you want it, and it's on and you get it for a discount.
Yeah,
so
100%.
Yeah, so you're not going to pay $70 for a game out of Game Pass. You might pay that 60. 20%, that's that $14, so you'll pay less than 60.
Yeah.
So,
or it might be cheaper somewhere else.
Or it might be cheaper somewhere else. You wait for it to go on sale somewhere.
But you still keep that DLC, right?
Yes. Yeah, because the DLC,
the DLC is yours.
Yeah, you're buying the DLC separate from Game Pass.
Well, if you buy it.
You buy the license.
Right. So,
but I mean, you look at some like what Xbox is doing with their games. You're getting a lot of those free DLC stuff for free. Like the High Busters, if you're in the Ultimate, you don't have to pay for that. So sometimes for me, the value of Game Pass Ultimate works for all, because if I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not paying for all this stuff for this game, but now I want to go buy Valhalla, whatever, and so I've saved some money here and put it on the other, and I think it helps everybody all around.
Oh. Yeah, he's playing devil's advocate, which is good. I love when people do that. The chat room, I love the chat room being engaged like this is what we love. You guys having an opinion about this is what we live for. We want to hear your opinion. If you want to play devil's advocate, please do.
Yeah, I mean, there's all different perspectives on this. Everybody has what works for them, and there's not a right answer or wrong answer, really.
Yeah, and Avish makes the point that he's in the boat that I'm at. He says I can't buy stuff when it comes out. Have to either win it or GP it or maybe a gift. I'm with you. Man. It's hard for me to spend money on games like that. This is why I'm in that boat where thanks to cashing in my Xbox Live and my Xbox Ultimate and getting some gifts from some people, I got Game Pass Ultimate until 2023. And I'm in good shape to play games. I feel bad. Yeah. I feel bad, but somebody got that money.
Agreed, George. Oh yeah, they did. I wouldn't feel bad. I mean, look, just because you got a deal in the beginning, it's not forever.
No,
those dollar deals that's not forever.
No.
So they're making their money. They got around 18 million. They're making their money.
Oh yeah,
it's growing. And hey, if it helps put money back in to help bring us those, like Hive Buster, yeah, keep on doing it.
Oh yeah. But what other DLC have we gotten for free through Game Pass though? That's not a Microsoft game.
I don't think anything for free.
Because Hive Buster is kind of like it's Microsoft. Like there could also be more advertisement, like, "Hey, join the Ultimate Game Pass because look, you get a DLC for free now too."
I don't know. There might be some deal. I can't remember. Because if you look at some of those perks, the Ultimate perks, there's some deals there on some third-party stuff too.
Like World with Tanks and World with
that's true.
Boats, whatever the other one.
But World of Tanks is a free-to-play game, so that's a little different.
But you have to buy the extras though that you get with the perks.
Right. But in its essence, did Hive Busters have a cost? I thought Hive Busters was free.
Not if you don't own the Ultimate.
Yeah, it's like what, $20, I think.
Something like that.
I think it's worth the $20.
I think it was 20, maybe.
See, this is what happens when you have Game Pass. You don't know how much this shit is.
No, you don't.
That's true.
No.
Hey, sooner we'll be like, if it's not in Game Pass, it's not going to get played.
Yeah.
And paid.
And see, on the other end of this, the other part of Take-Two's earnings that I saw was that Grand Theft Auto 5, which we laugh about. We used to, because I don't remember when the last time we did an MPD, but we would laugh about Grand Theft Auto 5 being on there. And that's, I mean, they have now shipped over 140 million copies of GTA 5.
Yeah, absurd.
They sold 5 million copies in just the last quarter. People are getting it on their new consoles, and there isn't even a PS5 and Series X version. It's like they're not even there isn't even an upgrade for that game. It's just straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
more copies of GTA 5 were sold than in any year since 2013.
But it's not about the campaign anymore. It's about the online.
It's about the online. Yep.
They have supported the online.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed some of those the new stuff that they put in there. Me and my brothers we had some good times on that. Witty, he still jumped in there with his friends. So.
Yep.
Back from the Dead was saying that how he wasted for a sale, and that's I mean, I think we're right there with them. That's the way I've always been as a gamer. It's rare that I'll pay full price, and a lot of those games that come out, we're in the fall. It's like, well, if you wait a little bit till about Christmas time, or a little bit after, and you start getting them, you find those deals. I don't, but it's rare that I pay full price for a game, unless I really want it at day one.
Yep. I know. I'm with you.
And I think that's why EA made a deal with Xbox. Is like, well, they probably weren't getting the traction in EA Access, even though it's $5 a month. So, working that out with Game Pass, their games are being the Game Pass is probably gaining a little bit more traction, and some of those other games, get a little bit more legs on them. Why they charge you $70 for the new ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was surprised that PlayStation did charge $70 for, like Godfall and the other one, the Demon Soul or whatever.
Yeah.
I was surprised that those were $70, but.
And Godfall has not done that well.
Miles Morales, was that 70 on PS5?
I didn't think it was 70.
No, I don't think it was. Well, depends if you just get the Miles Morales or you get the whole shebang.
But MLB The Show, of course, they had to re-show that lot, but the Ultimate version or whatever, or the series next gen version is $70, right?
Right.
Yes.
No. And I agree with Geeks. EA Origins, EA's had some good stuff recently. Jedi Fallen Order came into the vault. It's and Godfall was on sale not too long ago. He said that Niall said. So
I wait for $20 and then it's mine.
There you go. So, the question to wrap this up with, before we move on to our rapid fire stuff, can these is $70? Is that with these? Is that really sustainable? I mean, are people going to keep forking out $70 a game in the long term, or are they gonna, or is this going to backfire and flock people to subscriptions?
I would say at the beginning maybe not, because people are excited with new consoles.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, but then I think once year 2 and 3 is like, I'm not sure if they, instead of getting 2 games that year, it might be like on average game and a half, because I don't know.
Yeah. I think they're sticking with it.
For $70, I definitely would buy less games and rely even more on Game Pass. And I hope that PlayStation will do an equivalent. But I don't think they will. So
no, Jim Ryan has already said
being forced on a single platform.
Yeah, Jim Ryan's already said that they're not bringing day and date first party titles. They're not going to do it.
No, they're not. And supposedly the PS5s are taking a loss for each sale. So them pumping up those games $10 more, and they've sold a lot of software. So that's where the money's at. So they're hoping, hey, $10 more will recoup some of that money.
That's probably why they raised their own party to 70.
Yep. They did. Now, can't say for sure that Xbox won't do the same, because once, some of these games that once they games start coming from the Cinemax deal and Perfect Dark, we'll see. It would be interesting to see when Halo Infinite comes out. Will it be $70?
Here's another thing. Ooh, I have a dirty plan. They run on Game Pass, right? So they have it, and then they can come to a competitor's platform like PlayStation, and you pay like not 70 but 80. You want to play that new Skyrim 2? You're gonna pony up.
That is a good point.
Pony up.
That is a good point. Oh. All right. So that's
I don't know. It's It's to me, it's a scam.
Yeah.
Scam to fatten the top.
No. Now, so yeah, I guess because Qeorge Games, Geeks, and Michael Garvey are pointing out games that were $70. Yeah, but it wasn't the norm. Like Chrono Trigger was $80, but the rest of the games weren't.
No,
so
yeah.
I think what could happen here is all games could just be $70. So that's what I'm concerned about. So,
yeah.
All right.
And that's why we're going to Amico.
That's why we're going to Amico. So we had this. It was funny. We had this discussion on Sunday too. What would happen? Tommy has said the games were going to be between $2.99 and $9.99, right? So I'm expecting Finnegan Fox to be $10. I'm expecting Evil Knievel to be like $5. We had a discussion. What would happen if Tommy started putting out games on the Amico that were $20, even if they're bigger and stuff like that? And I'm like, no, you don't want to do you.
That's violates the A in safe.
And the trust part.
Well, if he wants to keep trying to attract families, parents, that $20, you start creeping up that money on those games, they'll think twice.
I agree with that, and I just don't think that's a good idea. So even in a lower scale like that, I don't think that's a good idea for them. So, And see, so many other factors. Avish says so many other factors involved. Also, food and housing costs are going up.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yes.
there's a lot of reasons why we can't afford these games.
Yep.
So, nope, totally understand.
My daughter's school contract for next year, and it's like, oh my goodness, yeah, no $70 games here.
No, I can't do it. So.
No, but I think the $70, like I said, they're going after the hardcore casuals that play Madden, Call of Duty, NBA every year.
Right.
That's who they're going after.
And it's the only game they play. So
yeah, you know, and like I said, we are the ones who are waiting for the sales, paying for the subscriptions, you know. So they're gonna make their money, but not off of us.
No, not off of us. No. All right, so that was a great. See, I knew that would be a great conversation. And we've got, you know, it's not just us that this affects. This affects our friends in the chat room. And you know,
just a quick question, Michael Garvey. Yeah, wages have been stagnant since the 70s. The only people who are making more money is the top and investors. That's where the money's going. You $10 difference. That's where it's going.
Yeah.
So it's another issue with rising prices. It's no.
Well, I know I know some people who aren't going to be raising their prices of their games if they're still around. I'm going to start the rapid fire segment. So this is something we're going to try. I don't know how well this will work, but we're going to try this. There's so much news that's out there, you know, small things from a day-to-day basis that we don't want to spend 20 minutes talking about, but we kind of want to bring up. So we're going to try a rapid fire news of the week and see if this works. If it doesn't, we go back to trying to figure something else out. But I want to give this a shot because there's some things going on out there that don't warrant, you know, huge discussion, but that we should touch on because they are kind of important. And I'm going to start here because this is some serious stuff. And this is not a joking matter, to be quite honest. So, those of you who are IT people know what ransomware is. That's not the greatest CD Projekt Red picture. This past week, CD Projekt Red was hit with a big ransomware attack. And for those of you who don't know what a ransomware attack is, I'll just bring up a Cyberpunk 2077 picture. When bad guys get into your network, your corporate network at work, and they use software to encrypt your files so that you can't use them, and then they leave you a ransom note and force you to pay. The big thing is Bitcoin, and you pay thousands, depending on the company, tens of thousands, sometimes millions of dollars to get your files back if you don't have good backup systems. So Cyberpunk's CD Projekt Red got hit just like Capcom did not too long ago.
Wow.
But here's where, as an IT person, a cybersecurity based IT guy, I've seen this for years. Like ransomware attacks are not new. The new twist in these attacks that has never happened before up until the last year is that the bad guys are not, because people can restore their stuff from backups, they're going a step further and threatening to take your data and sell it. And that is what happened, is what is going on right now with CD Projekt Red. There is a report that the hackers who got CD Projekt Red have auctioned off some of the code that they've gotten from them. So just like, again, with Capcom, where, you saw reports that game code had leaked out from some of their games. There's a cybersecurity Twitter account called VX Underground that took a screenshot. I'm actually going to grab this because, again, this is serious stuff, and I think people need to understand just how bad the landscape has become. And one of the things that I've heard floating around, and I apologize for not looking at the camera, I'm looking at my second screen so I can grab this screenshot. One of the things that got bandied about was, well, CD Projekt Red had, they put out a bad game. They're being attacked for putting out Cyberpunk and all that stuff. This is, I will tell you, as somebody who has lived through this myself from an industry standpoint, and who has seen this firsthand, the people who did this don't give a rat's ass about Cyberpunk. They don't. This is not about retaliation for Cyberpunk not being the best, the game that CD Projekt and the people that have kind of hinted at that, I think, don't understand what this is about. This is about money. This is about extortion. And I mean, this screenshot is according to the account we're looking at, this is the source code to Gwent. And these people are auctioning off Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk source code for, millions of dollars. I mean, this is it really is some serious stuff, and wow.
But people who are buying these source codes, I mean, if you use some of that stuff to make a game or whatever, aren't you at risk being, like CD Projekt Red said, wait a minute, that game looks like it's using our source code. So couldn't they risk themselves being a lawsuit to desist?
Yeah, but who knows in what countries it's being used, though.
Right.
And it can be certain techniques that are used to, so you don't copy the, that will be hard to prove too without seeing the other source code, etc.
Yeah. I guess like China, right? Somebody there.
Yeah,
they
China,
Russia,
all the time. You don't know. And those countries, it's harder to, go after them.
Yeah.
Right. And not just that, we're talking about other data. Maybe they're not grabbing. Maybe they're not making another Gwent game, but there's all kinds of ideas and assets and things that you could grab from here. They also have access to, personal documentation, not personal documentation, but like employee documentation. What if it gets leaked out there? How much these developers get paid? Things like that. I mean, this is, again,
my outlet that would happily buy that information to win their cause.
Well, it makes you wonder that, how long ago did CD Projekt Red get hacked? Because, there's somebody who's been, running up articles on CD Projekt Red about all these issues. Is that their source? Are they
also, like, this is not the first time that they got hit. I believe it's the second time.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah. But this is the first time, like I said, I've been dealing in ransomware remediation in my full-time job for probably 5 to 7 years. I mean, ransomware started out just locking up, people's little shared directories on their office servers, and then we'd come in and basically restore their backups and then be on our merry way and never pay. This is something new. This is scary shit.
And it's only get scarier.
Yep.
Because what if they encrypt one file every hour, whatever? So you don't notice it for a long time. So your backups, you're backing it up, and slowly, your stuff kind of starts to rot.
Yeah. Now, they're not paying the ransom, so this is why this is happening.
Also, we won't get any updates anytime soon. No, just kidding.
No, I'm pretty sure they're probably putting stuff on hold at the moment. This is just serious stuff, and like I said, I having lived through something like this myself, I can tell you that this will keep them up at night. I mean, there is a will they be okay? Hopefully. CD Projekt Red may never be the same after this. And I'm not saying that facetiously. I'm saying that coming from a position of experience. CD Projekt,
and also, they might have backups, but are they any good? Look how much source code we've lost for people they thought they had a good backup and they don't. Look at all the remasters or the where they're trying to go back to the old files, and they can't because they don't have a good set. So some projects and some games will just die.
Yeah.
And also it's acquisitions and other stuff and IP that go from hand to hand, and it's just
yeah. And you're right. This happened in 2017 as well. So
hopefully they learn from that and have good backups and stuff, but there are many places where they will not.
It's and good for them. They do, they did say they're although some devices in our network have been encrypted, our backups remain intact. We've already secured our IT infrastructure and begun restoring the data. So that's good. That is good. But man,
granted, their network is clean of whatever cost is, so you're not restoring it and it gets
right. So
re-encrypted.
Yeah. So this is
and
like I said,
Red, they've been getting hit slammed lately.
Yeah.
They're just not getting any break, are they? But
No. So, all right. Well, in happier news,
I'm so happy.
Let me pull up. Where is it? There it is. In happier news, we got a new trailer and a release date for Ratchet and Clank: A Rift Apart.
Ratchet and Clank. This is my first time watching. I've been wanting to see this one.
Coming in June.
With a lovely price tag of $70.
$70, right?
Yeah, that is.
So that.
Who?
Yeah, this looks fun. June
Does
11th.
It look $70 fun, Mike?
Huh?
Does it look $70 fun?
So I don't know. I mean, I'll wait for it to come to Game Pass. No. But I still like this idea that you can go from world to world with no loading. If they could pull that off, no, it's still only worth $60. But if they could pull that off, that'll be the first game on Sony's side that really would show off. Really would show off the power of the console and the power of that SSD.
Yeah.
Because Godfall didn't do it.
So when did you say this game comes out?
June 11.
June 11. You know what's nice about game releases in June?
What?
About Black Friday, they're discounted.
This is true.
Oh,
This is true. So
is June still within that launch window?
No.
Because that was
no. No.
That was brought up when this game was shown.
I know, but stop. I know, but let's be fair.
I know, but this game is great. maybe, yeah. If I get a PS5 by next holiday, this is probably one of the first games I play.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be one of the first games I play when I get mine. I like Ratchet and Clank. I like the mechanics. I liked the last one. I could see myself getting into this one pretty well.
So Garvey started in chat. See, I didn't start it. He started it.
Getting this game when it's $20 and a PS6 launches.
Pro.
Right, the PS5 Pro. So, all right. So that's Ratchet and Clank. Other big news. Hold on. Let me. I meant to get this. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can grab.
Hey, Garvey, you're right. There's no time limit. You can, when to jump on certain, platforms and.
No, you jump on it when you're ready.
All gaming.
Yeah, you do it when you're ready. That's the.
When you're ready, not when everybody else is.
Exactly.
Don't be like me and Peter, Mike, jumping on next gen Xbox already. Actually, Peter already has a PS5.
I do.
You do. He is the pony of the bunch.
Yeah.
So
I only need
all right.
games.
Well, yeah, there is that. All right, hold on. Let me save this picture because so next up on our list here, on our rapid fire list, podcast images. Let's call this KH. So we got some Kingdom Hearts news, but not quite the Kingdom Hearts news you might be thinking. Where did it just go? There it is. Okay, going nuts. So Kingdom Hearts is coming to PC. The entire Kingdom Hearts saga is coming to PC. 1.5 and 2.5 remix, 2.8 final chapter, 3, and Melody of Memory. All coming out end of March, end of next month, for $50 for the remixes and $60 for the others. And guess where?
Epic
Games Store.
Exclusively to the Epic Game Store.
Wow.
This is the entire series on PC for the first time. So again, a series I haven't even played.
I have them split across PlayStation and Xbox, and I played a little bit.
Well, they're on Game Pass. They're all on Game Pass.
Yeah.
I've never touched them.
Is it something that your daughter might like, Peter?
I don't know.
You know what I
I mean, it's like, even though it has those Disney characters in there, it's more
like playing,
for
it's like playing Final Fantasy.
Yeah. So it's like kind of like an odd combination. I don't know how they ever came up with that. Like, hey.
Yeah. I mean, they look cool. I've seen gameplay. It looks good, but
yeah,
I don't know. It hasn't appealed to me to play them. So, but that's me. I'm sure Mike Garvey has played them.
Have you, Mike?
But those are like the versions are so convoluted, you know.
I just don't know anything about it.
Version 2.8 and this and that, and then you have 3, and then you have the melody of this, and I mean,
all right. Now
we're gonna be like 1, 2, 3, 4. You know,
the stories are hard to follow too. I've heard.
Yeah.
Niall needs to leave me alone. I fulfilled his promise, and I played and I beat Plague's Tale. He needs to leave. You need to leave. You need to back off. Back off. I promised him that I would play that game. I played it. I beat it. Leave me alone, Niall. So this is, if you're a PC player and you've been waiting for this,
now, hey Mike, you do some next level waiting. When it comes
you are.
to
That's called next level sales.
next
Now.
level.
You
But here's a funny thing. So it's on the Epic Game Stores.
yes.
Once again, it's probably due to greed.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I mean, look at the game prices too. For a PC game, $60. It's already like
PC
$70.
don't like paying
And
that
then on the
much.
Epic Game Store, so they, Epic only takes, I don't know, 18%, 12%. I forgot what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Huh? More power to them.
I mean, if people buy those games, then
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I haven't bought anything on Epic. I just wait. I just get the
I'm
free
like
stuff.
I'm getting the free
Give me
stuff.
free
I have
stuff.
so many
Hey,
games.
thank you. I'll
It's
download
ridiculous.
that. How much did I pay? 0. Thank you.
0. Yeah, they won't pay.
That's what I said. PC people they don't like paying for shit.
Wow. That's why they play on PC, right? For the best
Yeah.
dirt cheap version.
That's
Uh-huh.
right.
So,
So there you go. So Epic Store gets another big listing. So, all right. So next up on the rapid fire news. So somehow, because Hollywood has not learned its lesson from the 80s and 90s, video game adaptations are coming back to the movies again. So we've got a new Mortal Kombat coming. A couple weeks ago, we talked about new Borderlands Borderlands movie. Apparently, there's a Metal Gear Solid movie in development. And then it was just announced this week that there is a Last of Us series coming to, I want to say HBO. Right? Did I got that right? It's coming to HBO?
yes.
Oh,
Okay.
HBO Max. I'm still a subscriber. My daughter got hooked on some stuff.
Yeah. So, so The Last of Us 2 is coming. They casted Ellie already, and I forgot what her name was. You have to excuse me on that. But they cast Joel. And
They also did Ellie, right?
They did Ellie. They got Ellie.
Yeah.
Ellie is being played by Bella Ramsey.
Yeah, she was in from Game of Thrones.
Yep, from Game of Thrones.
Didn't watch
The
any
other
Game of
half
Thrones, so I assume she was good.
Yep. I assume so too. Jeff Rule says, I forgot to add about CD Projekt Red owning GOG and could be customer issues. Ooh, that's a good point.
That is true, but
I did not think about that. I did not think about that. Wow.
Yeah.
No. So Pedro Pascal from The Mandalorian and Wonder Woman 1984 is being cast to play Joel.
And Narcos, like Anil said.
Oh, is that's the sales guy?
Yeah, Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Maxwell Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good actor. I like him.
Yeah.
Everything I've seen him in, he's good.
Yeah, not crazy about his social media, but as an actor, he's good.
Yeah.
So as an actor, he's good. And I think from the look, he's gonna do. I mean, he looks like if you look, he looks like Joel.
Yeah, he can be.
He looks like
Joel. How you
Yeah.
think Joel looks like? So.
Yeah,
he can pull it off. He's got the yeah.
I definitely think he can pull it off.
I think it's a good one. Even what's her name that's playing Ellie, that actress, she's good. She played great in Game of Thrones. I think she's perfect for it because what's her name that has the likeness of Ellie. She's an actress too, right? But she's already older. I mean, she can't really play that part.
Yeah.
In the movie, so you have to go for someone younger.
Yeah, no doubt. And so this is this is shaping up, and
oh wait, what's the name say? Jack Black is playing Claptrap and Borderlands?
Did not see that.
If they do that, that's a good fit.
Maybe he's saying they should.
They should.
Hold on, I'm looking up Jack Black.
They both were in Game of Thrones. Pascal and
Oh, and that is official. Jack Black unites with Eli Roth and Cate Blanchett for Borderland movies. Jack Black is going to be Claptrap.
Good. Hey, I'll tell you what. Now you look at they have Kevin Hart, and now they got Black Jack
and Jamie Lee Curtis,
and they were in Jumanji. The last 2 Jumanji movies, those were pretty good.
I like those. Yes,
I think they can pull it off for the
Borderlands.
Borderlands.
I do. Yep.
Benefit of doubt. We'll see what happens.
Yep. So Jamie Lee Curtis has also joined Borderlands.
Yeah.
So we will see.
And this one being produced on HBO, and then Oscar Isaac or whatever, he's playing Snake.
Right.
That's also going to be on HBO.
Yes, I believe that is correct. Yeah, so we got all this. We got all of this stuff just going on in the movies. And so not just that, but the new Mortal Kombat movie coming out this year that has a bunch of people I am not familiar with at all, but they're going to try to bring that out, and that's HBO Max. So we're getting this new lease on these new movies. So.
Yeah, interesting I can see The Last of Us because it's very story driven, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But when you have like Mortal Kombat, it's like it's not really.
Well, it's not about.
Not really playing for the story.
Yeah, the first one, but the first one did have a story. It was more. Yeah. The first one was very much like, Enter the Dragon, like the Bruce Lee Enter the Dragon movie. It was kind of like that. These guys all come to an island, they fight in a tournament, and really, but
yeah. But I mean, is that the story in the game, or are you talking about the movie?
I'm talking about the movie.
Yeah, right. But just the game itself is like.
Right. Each character had a story, but it wasn't really, Yeah. Now, what was the not Infamous? What's the WB fighting series? Starts with an I. Tip of my tongue. I can't remember what it is. Has all the superheroes in it.
Oh, Injustice.
Injustice. Thank you. That had story to it. Like the characters all had, especially the second one, had a story about Superman versus Batman and all that stuff that played out.
Yeah. It's still most of them are like kind of like you can make a movie of it and
they're totally shallow.
Yeah.
But nobody cares about the story for that stuff. They want to see people fight.
Right.
Yeah. No, watching in the first Mortal Kombat movie, watching Johnny Cage and Scorpion fight was like, even though Lyndon Ashby was not a fighter, how they made that go, and that has some serious. See, that's the thing too, is that has some seriously good actors in it. I mean, we're talking about Christopher Lambert,
and
Bridget, not Bridget Nielsen. What was her name? Who played the? Hang on. Who played?
Wanda?
Yeah, who played Sonya Blade in the first Mortal Kombat movie? Hang on, I'm getting it. Here we go. It was Bridget Wilson. Bridget Wilson Sampras? Is she married to Pete Sampras? She must be. But that had Christopher Lambert, it had Robin Shout, it had Lyndon Ashby, it had Cary Tagawa, who's like one of my favorite Asian actors, who was in so much good stuff.
Yeah, he's great.
And a legit fighter. And Bridget Wilson. So, I mean, it had a great cast. I don't know anybody in the new one. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a bad movie. I just don't know. And to Peter's point, what are they really gonna do in this one?
Another tournament. It's happened.
Yeah.
Fight.
So
Tournament 2.0.
A new bad guy is in control. He wants to take Earth. You got to fight to keep Earth free.
like even as horrible as the second movie was, and it was,
Yeah.
it at least had a story.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, this one is, hold on. Okay, so the MMA fighter Cole Young seeks out Earth's greatest champions in order to stand against the enemies of Outworld in a high-stakes battle for the universe. Well, there you go.
2.0 on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh, 20, whatever it is.
It hadn't even come out yet.
So there you have it. It's done. Next.
So,
Yeah,
you know, Sony's cashing in on, the game's success. Here we got The Last of Us, and then they're doing an Uncharted movie. So.
Yep, Tom Holland is, which I'm still not sold on.
Yeah.
I'm not sold on Tom Holland as that. I would have still liked to have seen Nathan Fillion. I thought he would have been perfect, especially after somebody made that fan movie with him as Nathan Drake. He was like he's like the epitome, like Pedro Pascal and Joel here. He's like the epitome of Nathan Drake. So I am not sold on Tom Holland. So it's a reboot movie, Qeorge.
Yeah, they got to reboot it so they can do more, make more money.
Yeah.
They need to reboot it. They need to shut it down. Control delete.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, he could take a break from The Rookie to do a big budget movie though. I'm trying to think if he's ever been in a big budget movie before. He's in The Rookie. He was in Castle, which I thought he did awesome in Castle.
Oh yeah, I love Castle.
And he was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Firefly. Oh, that's right. So he did you're right, Firefly. So he was in the show and the movie. What was the movie's name? The movie's name was Sincere what is wrong with me tonight? I used to be so good at this.
Like, I agree. I like Nathan Fillion, and if they were doing an older, current
Sincerity. Serenity.
Yeah, Serenity. But if they were doing a current, an older, Uncharted, what's his name, Drake, then yeah, but it has to be a younger actor.
I think because they're doing a prequel, like an origin story. Hey.
Yeah, it has to be a younger.
Because I mean,
You got Christmas pajamas on. Yes.
I mean, honestly, he's only 49 years old. Nathan Fillion. He's only 2 years older than I am. So the idea he's not.
That's a lot of climbing and pushing carts so you can jump on them to get up to. I mean, come on, you're asking too much of him. He can barely run around in The Rookie. It's a lot of swinging from ropes.
Look,
and climbing.
I think The Last of Us would make the best movie of them all, because that's like very deep. You can get very deep.
Hey,
Uncharted is like what you said. It's like it's
well, it'd be like a Tomb Raider movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as strong. I know the other stuff is like completely meh.
Speaking of which, aren't we due for another Tomb Raider movie?
We're always ready for it.
I think there is a. I think
is there one in
a
the works?
sequel. There is.
I think there was a sequel after that last one.
Yes, there's a
kind of, or.
Yeah, I'm looking. There's one. There's supposed to be one coming
I think
Yeah.
Nathan Fillion could have pulled this part off to beat Joe.
Yes, if they put facial hair on him, yeah. So, yeah, it looks like Alicia Vikander is coming back for Tomb Raider for another one. So, I still haven't seen the first one.
It's not bad.
I heard it's not.
Oh,
I heard it's
yeah.
not. I still kind of like.
Pretty tough.
I still kind of like the Angelina Jolie. So, hey, Dredd, what's up, brother?
Of course. What's up, Dreadful?
So you know, we'll get our fix. We'll definitely get our fix of movie games. So, all right, next up on the rapid fire news, I grabbed this thanks to Peter earlier. Let me find it. What did you do? You find news for us. Where is it? So, getting past all the gobbledygook, it looks like the merger of Microsoft and ZeniMax is moving forward, as Peter was able to educate me on why the EU got involved in this. So, initial reports were that ZeniMax and Bethesda were going to merge into a new Microsoft subsidiary called The Vault. I don't know where in the world that came from. It's not. I don't see it on this sheet, but right now
it was there somewhere. It's right there in parentheses.
Where?
Where
do you see it?
The second row.
Oh, I see it. The concentration is accomplished by way of a merger pursuant to which a newly created Microsoft subsidiary, Vault, will be merged with and into ZeniMax. Vault is not the name of the subsidiary.
Yeah, and it's also the with. What say that thing? The with and within.
Right. I think Vault is just it's being. It's. I think that I'm assuming that's what the EU is calling a subsidiary. Maybe.
No. It's just a name that Microsoft and ZeniMax came up with. Typically, it's a different name, but Vault because of the whole,
Right. Everybody is saying that they created a new
Vault.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's quite often what will happen with mergers and stuff, where you have that, that subsidiary, and sometimes the whatever gets absorbed is going into that subsidiary, or sometimes it's the reverse part. So this in this particular case, the Vault will merge with ZeniMax. Just from a legal standpoint, they have some more stuff they can do, like all the contracts they're working on and other stuff. Makes it easy. But it's still Microsoft, so it doesn't really
right.
It doesn't really matter.
It's a Bethesda thing, like Vault 76. It's the Vault.
Well, yeah.
That's why they call it a Vault, because it's just funny. Otherwise, it would be like the ZeniMax Microsoft Foobar.
Yes.
Give it a name, but they call this the Vault because it's kind of fun and cool.
Garvey, don't make me bring this up on Sat. Don't make me bring this up on Saturday, because we may have to bump a topic to talk about this, because I've got to get in your head on whatever this is you're on.
What Garvey's trying to say is that, like Disney, where it's all their old animation, they only bring it out every 5 years and charge you $100 for a new version.
But if this is EA, the Vault, it's a treasure.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Show me the games. Well, always.
Well, sure.
Always on games.
Ghost Light will be out later this year, or Ghost. What the hell is that name?
Listen to Garvey. He's not going to buy a Series X or a PS5 until 5 years later.
That's true.
We'll show you the games in 5 years. How about that?
That is very true.
Games in 5 years from now. Yes.
There you go. By the time he's ready to actually play any of them. So that's all right. PS5. He is right about one thing. Xbox isn't getting any of those games yet, because the 2 games they've got coming are PS5 exclusive right now. So He is right. He is kind of right about that.
And the deals are in place, so it's another reason with a subsidiary where it's, you know.
Yes. So that's all right. I am. We will be patiently. Well, Machine Games had announced Indiana Jones, so there's one right off the bat. So
later, George. Enjoy your meal.
Later, George.
Yeah, have a good one.
And it is interesting though when you get down to the point where the business activities of the undertakings concerned are, and then you got Microsoft for all this shit that they do, and then you got for ZeniMax, privately held companies. ZeniMax develops and publishes games for PCs, consoles, and mobile devices.
Yep. So, and did we talk about it? Did it happen? Oh, it happened the day after No, we talked. Did we talk about Robert Altman passing away last week? Okay.
We did.
All right. Kind of a bittersweet. Yeah, that's right. We did.
Yeah.
We did. So I'm glad that you educated me on this because I really didn't understand this until you did, Peter.
Yeah, and also there was a very interesting video from I don't know how to pronounce it, like Hook Law, whatever, HOEG Law. He had a video about this thing. And he explained it better than I ever can about how these things work. It's really common.
Yeah,
the thing is, like, because this is about gaming and we're really invested in the gaming news and gaming industry, that this catches or caught our attention.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like a super normal thing.
That's interesting. And I guess this deal will be done by end of this month. So
yeah,
hopefully when it's all said and done, hopefully we'll start getting some news on what's coming from.
Yeah, that's what everybody's waiting on. Is really they can't say anything until this thing is done. And Phil's been very open about that he can't talk about this until that time.
And he should not talk about it until it's done.
Exactly.
I mean, you don't want to put any ideas in people's head of what this is or isn't.
No, they're very true. And you can't spill secrets. I mean, until the merger's done, you can't really talk about a company you still don't own.
Right.
So they technically don't own them yet. They don't even own them here. So, they don't even own them at this point. They're not going to own them until this deal closes. And so to your, to what you just educated us on, that's not going to happen for probably another month, right?
Yeah, probably. I mean, if anything, they'll be ready by June when they have their.
Yeah, and then who knows what other, regulatory, so they have to go down here. So we have the EU, they have some other ones, until they're all like okay with it and know. I don't know what will happen if the EU says like, I guess at that point they cannot merge or they cannot sell the games there, or what? I don't know what the ramifications are.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fine print, Mark.
I don't know why.
I mean, that's normal. That happens with every merger, any type of industry that gets approved by a dozen regulatory things like the EU, probably some other Asian pieces and Australia and other stuff. But I don't know what will happen if they cannot satisfy, like, hey, you can only merge, but you cannot have, I don't know, say Game Pass.
See, both companies are U.S.-based companies. I that's the part that I don't understand is why the EU gets to make that call.
Well, no, don't they have the thing in France and stuff?
They might have a. Well, I mean, both companies I think have a European arm, but they're based. I mean, obviously,
no,
Microsoft.
But don't they have what is it? Arcane? No. Who's in France?
Yeah, well, one of their development studios is, but from a corporate standpoint,
but that might have to do with it too. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just it makes no sense because I mean ZeniMax is based in. I mean, honestly, ZeniMax is based in Cockeysville, Maryland. It is literally
in your backyard.
20 minutes. Yeah, it's literally 20 minutes from my house. I pass by it to go to work.
Yeah. And one of the studios in Canada too, right?
Yep. But Bethesda is, Bethesda's in Bethesda, Maryland. I mean, that's where Bethesda Softworks is. Mm-hmm. One of the other, do they own Firaxis? I mean, Firaxis Games is in White Marsh, which is near me. So, yeah, I just don't understand. My question is why the EU's involved when it's two US based companies. Microsoft is based in Redmond and ZeniMax is based in Maryland. So yeah.
Drupal might be on it too, because the international companies. Who knows?
Yeah. Now there's another document that. Let me see if. Okay, so the Vault is also not the name that's going to, be happy. Be the name of the, ZeniMax is not turning into the Vault. I think that was the original point I was making. So the wording specifically says, there's more into there's another document that kind of describes the concentration. So I'm going to read this off. Pursuant to, on January 29th, 2021, Commission received notification of transaction pursuant to Article 4, blah, 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 in which Microsoft Corporation acquires within the meaning of Article, blah, 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 sole control over ZeniMax Media, Inc. The concentration is accomplished by way of a merger pursuant to which Vault Merger Sub, Inc. will be merged with and into ZeniMax. Now, that's here in this document.
Yeah, it's the with and within. That's right. That's the important piece.
Right. Now, the additional wording in this other document says, following this merger, Vault will cease to exist and ZeniMax will survive as a wholly owned subsidiary of Microsoft. The business activities are. So ZeniMax is going to be the surviving company. So ZeniMax, which is interesting that they're going to keep the ZeniMax name. That's what I find interesting. Like, they're not just going to take ZeniMax Media and then kind of just be, Arcane Studios and Bethesda Studios and all these little studios, Machine Games and all that. It looks like they're going to keep the whole ZeniMax name together.
Well, it's also from legality of things that are still, contracts that they're still working on, etc., and other obligations. So,
yeah. So,
I just posted a link to the article that YouTube that I was referring to. This is just pure on the law piece about this thing. We'll explain it better than I can.
Yeah, it did
my best effort.
No, you did a fine effort because I did there are things I didn't know this morning that I know now thanks to you. So Infinite brings up the question of all questions. Good night, Niall. Does anyone think the games will remain exclusive to Xbox? I think we've answered this a couple of times, but I'll reiterate that outside of the deals that they made for Deathloop and Ghostwire.
Oh yeah, any deals that were made are
prior.
Yeah. But I think anything going forward, they would be. I still think they would be stupid to. They'll keep the ongoing games.
I think most of them will be exclusive.
Yeah, the games that are ongoing, Elder Scrolls Online, the games that are already out, they're going to continue to support.
Yeah.
I think Elder Scrolls Online will continue to be supported through the life of the product. I don't see them, they do that with Minecraft. I don't see them doing that with Elder Scrolls Online. I think Elder Scrolls 6, if Elder Scrolls 6 is not an Xbox exclusive, I think that is the dumbest mistake that Microsoft can make.
Now, what they will do is they basically it's going to be everywhere except on PlayStation
and Switch.
Who knows? Probably.
Yeah.
They might stream it, I mean, Switch is now pretty heavy on streaming, so
This
you might
is true.
get a individual game that still, runs like the xCloud or cloud gaming, whatever they're called nowadays. But
you don't spend $7.5 billion because the whole point of buying ZeniMax is to build your portfolio, right? Part of their portfolio.
That's why we don't see the Netflix movies, the Netflix movies created by Netflix, like all over the place and other.
Right.
Yeah,
that's why they're not on Amazon Prime.
Right. I mean, there's a reason for that.
Yeah, I fully believe that if they want to sell Game Pass and they want to sell their infrastructure, then why? It's like what happened with Rise of the Tomb Raider. As soon as Rise of the Tomb Raider was announced for the PlayStation, after Phil Spencer said, "I'm not spending money to put my game on a competitor's platform," all those people that said, "All right, well, I guess I need to buy an Xbox because I want to play Rise of the Tomb Raider," all of a sudden said, "Oh shit, now I'll just wait a year."
Yep.
And they did. I don't see. I think Microsoft would be foolish to say, "Yeah, we'll just go ahead and put all these games on our competitor's platform." You don't need to buy an Xbox. You don't need to buy our ecosystem. You don't need to get into our Xbox Live, in order to play your favorite ZeniMax game. I think that would be a big mistake.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, like, for a developer, it's much easier to focus on a less amount of platforms. You can do a better job than having to support them all.
If anything, if it's timed, it could be timed to console first, and then Game Pass, of course, on PC and console. But then, later on, it can come out on Steam.
Yeah.
Steam, absolutely. You could do an exclusivity deal with Epic Store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they could, right?
They could, but it seems like Xbox is having a better relationship with Steam right now.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I agree.
Their games have been done well on Steam.
What if also Microsoft buy Steam?
Forza Horizon 4, I think, is going to do well on Steam.
I think so too. So I was going to bring that up, by the way. Yes, if I am wrong, I will call out. Garvey acts like I have never called Phil Spencer out before. Have you guys have been here when I have gone off on when I have gone off on Phil Spencer?
That's why he's never been on the show.
That's right.
Because
yes,
Jago.
Phil doesn't like me. Jago, brother. Love you, Jago.
Yeah.
So, I'm not calling him out on the dirty at games because I don't agree with you on it. But if he screws up this ZeniMax thing, you're damn right I'm going to call him out on it. Just like I called him out on pulling Connect, like I called him out on changing the whole.
We call him out on Connect all the time.
All the time.
It's such a
split screen.
On pulling the HDMI out of HDMI pass-through out of the Xbox.
Yeah, killing off Mixer.
Yeah,
that was so easy to stream and have like 4 people co-streaming and easy to see each other things.
I do not hold. Look, Phil Spencer's done a really good job of pulling Xbox out of the fires of hell.
Yeah,
I will give him that credit. I will give him that credit all day long. But I do not idolize that man. Man is not a god to me. I do not idolize him. He is not. He's not the be all end all. And he does something I don't like. You're damn right I'm going to call him out on it. So, but
He's still a businessman, and we hold him accountable for the way he runs the business.
Yeah.
We call him out if he don't think.
Now, Jeff Rule thinks that the Bethesda stuff's going to be timed. You know, I still think timed exclusively. No. I think that would be a mistake. I think that is. Time either. I think that if you want people to come to Xbox to play Indiana Jones, then that's the only place you're going to get it. It worked. Look how well that worked, honestly, and I'm not being facetious. Look how well that worked for Spider-Man and Sony.
Mm-hmm.
Look how many PS4s sold because of Spider-Man. And not only do you not get Spider-Man on the Xbox, you don't even get the Spider-Man DLC from a game they don't even publish. You can't get a Spider-Man anything on Xbox at this point.
Nope.
So
Spider-Man denied.
Exactly. And while that is a it's a crappy business practice if you get down to exclusivity and who that helps and who that hurts.
For the consumer it sucks.
It does. It absolutely does. But at the same time, that
for business-wise, it makes sense.
If you want to play Spider-Man, where did we have to go?
Right.
If you want to play Elder Scrolls and the next Wolfenstein and Starfield and Indiana Jones, then you better you better buck up and get yourself an Xbox Series X. I mean, that's just
or play on PC.
The only one that I could see being multi-plat is Indiana Jones because that will be determined by Lucasfilm.
Well, and also, we don't know what was signed. I mean,
it's just like MLB with the show. You're like,
well, not necessarily. No. I mean, we don't know.
No, we don't know
how the deal was made. Maybe they say we want to make that game. They say fine. Maybe they say, we might want to. Who knows how it's written? It's like it might be up to, ZeniMax or how they, what platforms they want to put that game on. I don't know.
Maybe.
We don't know. I mean.
Yeah.
But they had to know. I mean, when they made that announcement that Machine Game, when they made that deal with Bethesda, they had to have known that Bethesda was getting.
Oh, I'm sure they knew. Yeah.
And honestly, Indiana Jones, to me, in my opinion, my humble opinion, Indiana Jones would be a system seller. That is a game. That is a game that will move
for the younger generation, though.
I think that if they do it right, because while I agree with you about younger generations, I think that Indiana Jones is a classic series that even new, like my oldest son, my son Jacob has seen Indiana Jones. He knows. He's watched those movies. He loves those movies too. I think that there is a case to be made that bringing Indiana Jones back with an original story and a good game could invigorate. Maybe because remember they're trying to bring out another Indiana Jones movie too.
Yeah. Okay. Once that comes out, then
But it's supposed to be the final one for Harrison Ford, I think.
I would hope so.
I mean,
if he doesn't crash his plane again.
Right.
I mean, hasn't he done that a couple of times? That they had to make an emergency landing somewhere? Or
didn't he break his arm doing that?
Yeah, something like that.
Just do a CG, a younger CG Harrison Ford.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I mean,
deep fake.
I just don't. I can get. I know the argument for multi-plat, but Sony, again, the only reason that MLB The Show is hey Geeks, thanks for hanging out, man.
Thanks for being a friend of NLG.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I promise, like I said, you and Indie Gamer, your names will be in the next outro video. And go ahead and check out that VGM box unboxing. You'll get to see that until Saturday.
Ooh.
So,
premiere.
Like I said, with the show, MLB forced that.
Right. It was not Sony that said, like, hey, I can make more money if I put it also on Xbox.
Exactly, because they did the opposite with Spider-Man. They said, I don't care how much money I can make putting it on an Xbox 2. I'm going to sell more PS4s. If Bethesda is able to keep the game on Xbox and PC, because it's going to come out for PC, and they bet on the fact that people will buy Xboxes to play that game if it's quality, I don't know. I see the same argument. I see the same argument for keeping it exclusive. I think it's the right thing to do. So, and I think when they made this call to put this game on here, they knew Bethesda was merging with Microsoft. So, Dreadpool says, I'm not buying a Cadillac for my neighbor to use it as his Uber car. Maybe my old beater, but not in a brand new expensive car. No, that's not necessarily a bad analogy.
Nope.
It's not. So yeah, business-wise, that's what you would do. For the consumer, it sucks. It sucks that we cannot play Spider-Man, on whatever platform we want,
right?
Including PC. And it will be the same thing with the, Bethesda's ZeniMax games.
Yep.
Xbox
it is what it is.
It is what it is. You're exactly right.
I'm fortunate that I can play this game on all the platforms. So wherever it comes out, I'm set. But yeah, it sucks for people who can only afford one.
Right.
But that is what it is.
They want to see Game Pass grow, and how are you going to grow Game Pass?
Right.
They want to have that. You can play this also on PS5.
They want people to pay $15 each month.
Yeah, it won't make sense. Yeah. They want people to go play Elder Scrolls 6 on Game Pass. And how are you going to do that? By keeping it on Game Pass, Xbox.
Yep. But even at that, the people who don't believe in Game Pass, because there are people that don't believe in that subscription-based services. I know a few of them. Like I know Noof Nukem doesn't. He does not at all. And that's okay.
Yeah, and he buys his physical media. That's that's fine.
Absolutely. If that is your thing,
some people on their door they use a physical key, and other ones have an electronic lock.
Right. So those people
you're comfortable with.
Those people are going to continue to buy those games. So Bethesda, Microsoft's going to make that money.
Yeah,
Microsoft's going to make that money easily on those people who don't want to get into Game Pass. Otherwise you got. I still think the fact that they cash flushed to get ZeniMax, like they are flush. That's just even better. That's even better. So. All right. The last thing I had on my rapid fire news for fighting game enthusiasts. Speaking of exclusive games and Sony exclusive games at that, Capcom has announced their Street Fighter V winter update for their Champion Edition. So for those of you who are into Street Fighter V, Season 5 is going to bring new characters. Dan Hibiki makes his return. There is Rose is coming back with all new abilities, so she's got a new moveset. There is a new defensive mechanic called a V-Shift, and that is releasing as a free update on February 22nd. It allows you to get out of tough situations, can be executed at virtually any time in a match at the cost of 1 bar of V-Gauge, and if timed correctly, will allow you to execute a fully invincible backdash that slows down time for a short period and allows you to plan your next move against your opponent. So it slows down the screen, allows you to, Sherlock Holmes style. There's a new free stage coming, which is called the Grid Alternative, and that's coming out on the on February 22nd. A balance battle update. There will be a large number of balance changes for all 40 characters to coincide with the release of Dan and the new V-Shift system, so they're doing that. And then for Season 5 pass owners, you get 11, which is another character. 11 is a prototype version of Street Fighter 3's 12. Which I didn't know about. So, if you have the Season 5 pass, you get Dan, Rose, Oro, Akira, and a mystery guest. You get a new PS4 theme. You get all 5 characters' colors and some new costumes and all kinds of fun stuff. And there is a free trial for Street Fighter V Champion Edition. So, running now through February 24th, you can play Street Fighter V in its full glory with all characters from seasons 1 through 4. So you can download it and play that now. So, Street Fighter fans, there's a slew of new stuff coming for you. I think either of you guys are Street Fighter guys, right?
No, I'm not.
Used to be.
Yeah?
Used to be, but, you know. Same thing with Mortal Kombat. I used to be, but.
My fighter back in the day was Dead or Alive.
Oh, yes.
But now Dead or Alive, it's like, I don't know. I think the core version might be free, and then you have all the. They milked that thing with DLC so badly. It's like.
Yes, they did.
I know. It's pay like $1,200 to get the whole full.
Oh, yes, they did.
And I say, oh, what the heck? I'm out.
No. So that is all the news that I've got. Wait. One more thing. I'm sorry. I did not grab a, I don't think I grabbed anything for this, but if you are interested in, let me get to the website at least, and I can read it off. There is a cross-platform tech test coming to MLB The Show 21.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let me. I gotta find where that is.
Welcome back, George.
Oh, Grub was good. What'd you have?
Grub.
Oh, what happened to the?
And Mark Garvey can't multitask.
That's right. He's in the middle of writing.
Well, I don't even know what he's talking about. Hellblade, Cinema. What?
Oh, here we go. So you can sign up for the MLB The Show 21 tech test. Oh, here. You know what? I'll just do it this way. I will show the website. I have signed up for this already. So you can sign up for a tech test on either the Xbox or the PlayStation, and I believe this tech test is cross-platform and cross-play. So, there is, of course, a strict NDA if we get into the tech test. I think we could talk about it, but we cannot share any video or pictures. So, this tech test is going to happen at the end of the month, so this will be fun. I signed up for the Xbox version because I don't have a PS5, but I signed up for the Xbox version, and hopefully I'll be able to tell people all about it along with you, Peter, and we could do some.
Did Peter sign up for the PS5 version? Then y'all can
you should have.
I did not.
You should. You know what?
Yeah, now I'm too late.
If you can, you might be able to switch it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
I guess
Xbox
users with a different email. Or...
Yep. No streaming, no social media posts. Yeah. Dude, it was so serious that it said on the website, it says hold on, I got to because this is worthless. But if you look here, can I stream, share video, or share pictures of the tech test? No. Doing so may result in your account being suspended from the test, and possibly future tests, or release versions of the game. Dude, they will not let you play the full game if you break the NDA. So here, let me make this a little bigger so people can see. So if you're interested in this, tech test is going to start on the 23rd at 10 a.m. Pacific, and will go until March 1st. You'll be able to download it before the servers go live. Private forum will be open for those who are selected to participate. We cannot stream. Diamond Dynasty versus CPU. Events, casual, play with friends, and Battle Royale will be available. And then, of course, like with any tech test, nothing you do in it will carry over to the game, but nobody expects that. Yeah. So there you go. You can sign up there, and you can sign up either for the PlayStation version or the Xbox version. So I'm excited.
Earl in the chat.
I can do that.
Want to sign up?
I can do that if you are wishing to do so. So, hey, George, I as an old game journalist, I am well versed in NDAs. I would be happy to, if you want any of us to test out one of your games and give you feedback and stuff. We're very trustworthy people. NDAs are nothing new for me. I know that. So,
right. We haven't leaked anything yet.
No, we have not.
My lips are sealed. That's so hot.
Yes. All right. So that's all I've got. You guys got anything new? Anything I missed?
I mean, this is the Anthem deal, but we don't need to talk about it.
We could, I mean...
I'm not really, not a big deal.
Oh, right. So...
I mean...
go ahead. I mean, we got a couple minutes.
No, I mean, there's this whole deal about, they have 30 people working on Anthem 2.0 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's talk of EA may not even, may just shut it down because they're busy on, Dragon Age and I guess and the next Mass Effect.
Right.
So, I mean, I enjoyed the game. I think, Peter, you played it too, right? You maxed out your character in that to 30 something like that.
For which one?
Anthem.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I maxed
it's been
mine
so
out.
long that I almost forgot.
Yeah, I know.
I love the flying and the what did it call them?
Oh yeah,
javelins.
Yeah.
It felt like your suit had weight to it and stuff. That was done extremely well.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun playing the game. Definitely was lacking in story, and I mean, I thought the story was cool, but definitely lacking there. Definitely lacking in dialogue. But I thought it has potential, but it sold well, but it wasn't received well as far as overall.
Right. Well,
so I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. And look, it the report came from Bloomberg, so we know who we know who wrote it, and I take anything that man says with a giant grain of salt. AKA, I don't believe a word that ever comes out of his mouth. But that's so yeah. All right. So good. So see, we only took 2 minutes to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Rapid fire. So, all right, then I think we're ready for our final segment here, which is our twofold. We have our final thoughts from the crew, but before that, Yobi, there's Yobi. He said he's got his question of the week ready for us, and lay it on us, brother Yobi. So, anyway, I got twice now. I have been on podcasts with Yobi, 2 weeks. 2 weeks of Retro Renegades in a row.
Nice.
Yes. So, all right, Mr. Yobi, we're ready when you are, sir. Do I have any good sources for NDA write-ups? Let me take a look. I don't have anything from my old NLGaming.com days that I signed for anybody, but let me... I mean, I know this sounds really cheesy and cliche-ish, but Googling it is going to find you much better stuff than I can.
I Googled it Bing.
DuckDuckGo, which is what I use.
Wherever he's close to, let's just meet him at a restaurant and pass along a napkin and we'll sign it there.
Yeah, well, what you do is you blood oath. You blood oath and you shake on it.
Yeah.
Most influential person or people in your life.
Ooh, the most influential person.
I can tell. It's probably my parents.
Yep. That's a great answer. 16 in the chat. It's about to hit 3 hours. You guys are awesome. Thanks, Infinite.
Yeah.
Thank you, Infinite.
Awesome.
Hey, we can
Everybody
keep people
thanks
up and we can
so
put them
much
to sleep.
Yeah.
Every
Thanks
week
so much for hanging out.
Every week
awesome.
I think we're not going to make it 3 hours, and then I look down at the clock and I'm like, wow, it's almost midnight.
I know.
Oh. All right, so Peter says his parents. Chris?
Mm-hmm.
My dad. And, yeah, and he passed away about 5 years ago. He was only 57, so. But I loved hanging out with my dad and go fishing, and yeah.
I
learned a lot from and you know where I come from. I know.
Yeah, because that's my answer too. My father is. I like to think that I and I've had people say to me that I'm very much like my father, and I'd like to think that I am. My father was an incredible man who just would do anything for you if you were a good person. And and he had he was so well liked by everybody, and like yours. I lost my father now in November will be 3 years. So I lost mine 2.5 years ago to cancer. I miss him terribly. The last Thanksgiving actually hit me harder than I thought it would, and then Hanukkah, just missing him with our kids, and so yeah, but he taught me so much, and there's times when I would do something and I'd want to call him to tell him about what I did, because he taught me so much, and so much about how to be a man. So wow, great question, Yobi, and thank you, Jeff. It says, my father taught me what's not to do as a father. There's that, lol. I'm sorry, man. It does, and you know what? I'm legit. I'm seriously. I'm very sorry to hear that, Infinite. That's not. That is not how it should be. That's not how it should be, and I'm very sorry to hear that. Oh, and like everybody, like, man, if you ever need to talk about that, if you ever need to an ear, dude, hit me up, DM me. You got my number. Call me. Seriously, because that's.
But I know where he's coming from, because like my dad, when my parents got divorced, when I was very young, it was a rough patch there. My dad made me some mistakes, but overall, he was there for me through my, still there for me. and especially as an adult, he helped me a lot. But I cannot leave my mom out either, because my mom, she raised me and my two brothers. She went to school full time.
That's wonderful.
She took her forever. Big reason why we grew up poor, because she focused on school, and sometimes she had to work full time, go back to school full time. She graduated from college, got her bachelor's when I was senior in high school. So she a big influence on me, both of them. Made me who I am today, made me a better person, taught me to be a better person. So, when we talk about people being influential in your life, it's like, for me, it's no browner. It has to be my parents. I can't look at celebrities or other people that really not. Yeah, there's some inspiration. You can have inspiration from people like that outside of your family, but
yeah.
I mean,
I've had some teachers.
Coaches.
Teachers, but nobody has really. I can't think of a teacher that's really like molded my life.
No. But I did have one in third grade. I will always remember. No, she was my fifth grade, and I will always remember. I enjoyed her in fifth grade, but then when I went on to sixth, and I got in trouble, and she saw me in the hallway waiting outside the principal's office. She just came over and gave me that look and talked to me, and man, boy, did I feel guilty. I felt bad. Like I didn't want to let her down. So I always remember her. Her name was Miss Knight. She's one of my favorite teachers in elementary.
Yeah. So Infinite says, my mother's most influential, grinding her work weeks always to come home and cook me a hot plate. That's George Games does say, my father taught me what he knew in programming, got me started in my journey. That's excellent.
Yeah.
Dreadpool says usually 4 hours when he's on.
When we're ready to get 4 hours, we'll get him back on.
Yeah. So Yobi, we need your answer, brother. We need your answer. So, while we're thinking of our final thoughts, who's yours, brother Yobi? Let's see. You know what? Before we get to our final thoughts, while we're waiting on Yobi to answer the question, I will remind everybody once again that you can become a friend of NLG, join our channel membership by clicking the join button. It's only $2 a month. You get access to very cool emojis. You also get your name in our video descriptions on all of our videos, as you can see down below. As well, you can also you'll also be featured at the end of our outro video for this show, and you get sneak peek access, at least 48-hour access to our new videos before they go live for the public. That's just small ways of thank you guys for supporting us the way that you do, and so click that join button if you like. If not, it's perfectly cool. We also, just if you haven't subscribed, I think everybody in the chat room subscribed, but those of you who are watching afterwards, click that like button, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can see us when we come on and when you can see all of our other content, because we're going to be starting up streams. I've got more Stinger Spotlights coming. We've got a Stinger Spotlight coming up on Saturday. We're going to open up the First Video Games monthly unboxing to the public. I got a Stinger Spotlight coming on the Aver Media, and then some other gaming stuff too. And yeah, don't forget about the Gamers United Guild. So tomorrow night is PM in the PM with OEB Pete and our brother Michael Garvey. And that's tomorrow at 8. And then tomorrow at 9 is Xbox Ultimate with Mav and Pong. Where did Pong go, by the way? He kind of disappeared. I know Mav is streaming. Maybe he went to go play Division.
Probably, the Division.
Yeah, they've been playing the festival. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's playing Division and then listening to us at the same time, right? Of course.
That's right.
Because that's what I do.
If you're not gaming, you should be on here in the chat. If you're not
That's right.
in the chat, you better be gaming.
You better be gaming, but you better be still listening to us, Mav.
Yes.
But after at 9 o'clock is Xbox Ultimate with Mav and Pong and AssassinLupa and 3-Bit and always a great time with those guys. And Caitlin, oh my God, Sister Caitlin. See, when you guys aren't in the chat, so it's Sister Caitlin and who runs the topics, by the way. So she is she cracks the whip on the topics. It was awesome. And then after that is Halo time with those guys, and always a fun time. Saturday is M Squared at 3 o'clock with me and Michael Garvey. Looking forward to that right here at NLG. On Sunday is Amico All Access.
The other Evercast.
Oh yeah, that's right, the Evercast, and with OEB Pete and our brother, if he's still in the chat, Rich Hayward, brother Bacon Ice Cream Productions, and that's at 4 o'clock.
Ooh, nice.
Yes, and then Sunday is Amico All Access at 4 o'clock p.m. and then TXR at 9.
And I think Stubz also has.
And Stubz at 5,
something
right? So it's 4, 5, and
there.
9. So Stubz got the Stubz cast on, and then you might have a stream up on Monday, right? If you're doing another.
Yep.
And then Tuesday is Retro Renegades, because I believe Four Guys with Quarters is moving to Thursdays. So Four Guys with Quarters, yeah, you're not competing with us. Four Guys with Quarters is going to start at 7 and lead into our show. So, yeah, it's going to be you've got Gamers United Guild all week long. So, definitely check out everybody that's in the description below. Sub to their channel and check out their content, because it is dynamite. There's a reason they're part of our guild. So.
Another guild member, BG4G. They've done it before, but they got their podcast back. It's recorded, and they're going to drop that this Sunday.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. And
So
we'll
look for
let people know.
BG4G podcast. Yeah.
And if you follow our Twitter at OG_NL Gaming, which is coming up on the screen now, we tweet all this stuff out, so you'll be able to keep up. So Yobi says, Mom and Dad are my idols. They're the only ones I idolize. I wanted to add my grandmother to the list, Father Saib. We don't have no relationship. From what I know, I don't exist to her, so yeah. I'm sorry to hear that too, Yobi. Family estrangement is never a good
complicated
thing. It is, and it's never a good thing, and that's not fair. That's not fair to you, Yobi. So I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. What time is that Halo game? Oh, tried to stay up, but it was really late. He doesn't get started till 11, 12 o'clock. So lately it's been midnight, Jeff.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's too late for me too.
That's why
I know, but you know,
and it's like, you really want to do that, but
my wife allows me to sleep in on Saturday because she's awesome and she's the best wife I've ever had. She's the only wife I've ever had, but she's the best, and so I can't lie. I love playing with Mav and all that. Holy crap! There. It's Ivan, Anchorman. Oh my God, what is up, brother?
What's up, Ivan?
It is good to see you, man.
Need to catch up with him and party chat.
Is it kind of late for you old timers? It is. We're just getting done. Don't you see final thoughts? We're just getting done, but it's good to see you, brother. I hope all is well.
Yeah.
Missed our whole
Twitter.
Yeah. You missed. Yeah, you did. You got to rewind. And listen to our whole Bethesda thing. We need to get Ivan on soon.
We do.
So I got to talk to you about coming on and making a guest appearance, brother. We'll get you on here. You got suspended on Twitter too? Welcome to the club, brother. Welcome to the club.
You share too much pussy. You got a little kitty, so that's.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it was.
Yeah. Dude, you got to. You know what? This Twitter thing All right, you know what? That's gonna be my final thoughts. So go. You guys go with your final thoughts first, because I got something to say. So, Peter, final thoughts of the
final
week.
Thoughts. I don't know. We'll just keep on gaming, and let's believe that there are more good people than bad people out there.
Amen. Amen to
Hey,
that.
we got them in our chat. We got them in our GUG.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Yes, we
The
do.
Amico family.
Yeah.
So serious up, Ivan. It's good to see you, brother. It really is. It really is. So, Chris, your final thoughts of the week.
I guess just lately when I saw Tommy doing the tour through the their new facility for the Amico and television base, I thought that was pretty cool, and it's nice to see he's just down to earth and happy to show what's going on and keep us up to date, and it's cool to see that stuff. I really enjoy seeing that. I enjoy knowing Tommy and him come on once in a while, and then and also following all the Amico friends and getting all their info on Amico. Yeah, that's my final thought. I'm just happy about the Amico. Everything.
Hey.
Can't wait.
Nothing wrong with that, and I'm glad you said that because I almost forgot, and I'm going to feel really, really, really bad if I get past this and I did not say this. We want to give Tommy Tallarico huge shout out. He is a 2021 nominee for the Orange County, California Business Journal Excellence in Entrepreneurship Award for his role as the CEO of Intellivision. Man is trying to bring out, a new console in the middle of a pandemic that doesn't have Sony money, that doesn't have Microsoft money, that doesn't have like a pedigree of 6 consoles before. Here he is trying to bring back a brand that many of us loved, and he's nominated for that effort, and people can say what they want. I am very proud and delighted to call that man a friend. And the fact that somebody with his caliber, I've said this before, his pedigree and the things that he's done in his career, and touring as a musician and he's a big deal. I don't care who you are that doesn't like the Amico or can't stand, and this man is not a nobody, and the fact that he treats us as real people, that speaks to him, and I am proud to call him my friend, and proud to call him my brother, my Italian brother from another mother, and I still can't, especially after seeing Finnegan Fox last week, and Astros Matt. I can't wait for the Amico. I'll say that a million times, but I would have felt bad if I'd forgotten to say this tonight. But congratulations to Tommy on his nomination, and if he wins, we'll get him on. So
sounds like
we'll get him on either way.
Yeah,
that's true. No, you're right.
No.
Like he's coming on. He's coming on with me on the 20th. So he'll be here February 20th.
Yeah.
So, all right. So my very quick thoughts of the week, which Ivan kind of triggered. Twitter sucks. Social media as a whole just sucks. I hate to bring it to a negative, but I got to tell you. The fact that it's not just it's not just the fact that I got suspended, but I heard that Green Pass Gaming, which is they got hacked, but they got suspended, and now Ivan got suspended. And Ivan, did they even tell you why? Because I put in three different appeals, and they refuse to tell me what I did. They won't even answer me. It's like, you know what? Screw you. And so, if it wasn't for the fact that we have the NLG feed so that we could promote the show, I could promote other Gamers United Guild people, that I have an outlet to that we can retweet news and things like that, I wouldn't be on Twitter at all. My Facebook is set to actually delete in 3 days. And you know what? I haven't even had an inkling to go back to Facebook. If there's anything funny that happens on Facebook, my wife tells me about it. I would rather be here live talking to you guys. I would rather be in the Discord room talking to you guys. Yeah, many of you folks have my phone number. Ivan calls me every once in a while. I call Ivan every once in a while. I talk to Jago once in a while on the phone. That's where we really have our relationships, not on Twitter. Mm-hmm. It's here, the three of us right here. It's here. It's when we talk on, every day on Discord. It's when we're in a Xbox party, 4 days out of the week, just hanging out. Even sometimes when we're not talking to each other, we're just playing, but we're together. Yeah. So Twitter has become has really honestly become horrible. I joke because of his beard that I call Jack Dorsey Osama Ben Dorsey, because he's got this long beard thing going on that makes him look like Bin Laden. But the way he's running Twitter these days and what he's doing to good people, he's earning that moniker with me. So De Niro says Mike's phone number starts with 976. Thank you. So yeah, Twitter is a cesspool, and as far as I'm concerned, it's a place for people that don't want to take accountability or responsibility for the things they do. That's where they live, and Twitter doesn't want to take accountability for the things that it does to the good people. So
it's anywhere. It's just not just Twitter. It's anywhere where it's like, yeah.
No, it's true. You're right. So you're right about that.
Can't blame just Twitter and go off on just Twitter. It's anywhere.
Like I said, I deleted my Facebook page. I'm trying my best to speak with action rather than words. I don't miss my other Twitter. Yeah, there's
still
some people
using Facebook.
You'd be surprised.
I know, too many people.
You'd be surprised. But
that's how people learn nowadays from Facebook.
There's a couple people that I need to try to reach out to that I remember from my Stinger NLG Twitter, but otherwise, they all know everybody knows where to find me. If you need to find me, you call me or hit me up on Discord. Hit me up if you want to find me on MeWe. You can find me there. I am
social media. You need to close that too.
No, because that one has a very open kind of user bill of rights. So there's things that they, if I'm not out there, posting how I'm gathering sulfur and nitroglycerin to make bombs, they're not gonna to ban me or punish me for something I might say. So, and they're very clear about that. Where Facebook, I've seen people get hit on Facebook for for things that are totally innocuous, but if somebody else says it that's of a different ideology, they can say things that are much worse and they don't get hit. So those are the kind of things I'm talking about. I'm just not into that. And so if I can go places like, Discord, MeWe, some places that I don't have to worry about, what I say, and getting, stricken, and I only have to answer to my friends, then that's where I'm going. So that's my final thought of it.
Yeah, we can have a deal. Yeah, back in the day, all these social media sites started off as, hey, come over here and express yourself, and share yourself with everybody. And I get there are people out there who put some violent or hate stuff that is a little too far, but now it's become to where if you're not in line with a certain viewpoint or whatever, then sorry, gotta go.
Right.
And people to get their
jobs
and stuff. So like, hey, you're looking for glycerin. Oh, here's some other people who are looking for it, and you're being like, segregated. Really,
you're being lumped in with those people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, lumped in and segregated too. So now you also have groups that are among themselves. That's how you get flat earthers that are now like, all joining forces. That before we had these kind of things, that wouldn't have, they might have talked to a friend and maybe in their garage they will talk about it. But now they find an audience and they're all clumping together. So the world is not getting a better place.
No, but at the same time, unless you're talking about actually,
No, but I mean, not that, this is just an example, and then
sure, I mean, social media.
Right, let's just cut it short now.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, and I agree with you. And social media, especially with its short, its short sentences, has I've not been a fan of social media. De Niro says there's been no dislike yet. The baby must have fallen asleep early.
It'll be there by the time I get up in the morning.
Yeah. Mikey, who can I turn to?
Hey, even I got a downvote for my stream that was just...
That's because you're associated with me.
Okay.
Well, I forgot to put the thumbs back up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Go back in.
Did they... I should get a downvote for taking to not being able to get past that one part, so I get it.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, let's get on out of here. It's almost 12:30. So I want to thank everybody who is. Let's see, how many people are still hanging out? 20 people are still hanging out. See, it's 12:30. We have not lost that many people. We lost like 3 people from the beginning of the show. That's awesome. You guys freaking rock. Plus, we picked up like De Niro was hanging out, lurking. Dreadpool was lurking. Scott was lurking. Mm-hmm. So I want to thank everybody. You guys in the chat, freaking awesome. And again, lots of engagement tonight.
Hey, Chris, it was my thumbs down. I changed it. You go all thumbs up. Because I remember I was in there, and he kind of took long. And like he disappeared, and I didn't hear you for a long time. Mm-hmm. So I left it up there, and I must have.
Hey, blame Indie Gamer. He told me to go check out his deal to learn how to get past the part.
Probably.
Yeah, I blame him.
All right. Well, yeah. So thank you, everybody, and brothers, another showdown.
Yeah, you good?
Yep. Next week we got the Go Game Go guys on. The Gogamego. Stuart and Jeff will be here, hanging out with us. We'll introduce them to our crew. Good guys, both such good guys.
Nice.
And have become good friends. And I've been on their show a couple of times and had a lot of fun. So thank you guys. Infinite says you guys are great. Thanks for the awesome show. Thank you. See, Jeff's still there. He's just lurking too. Mm-hmm. Either that or he's going, shit, they're still up.
Hey, wait, you have the logo on your shirt.
I do. Yes, it's right here. Look, it's the same logo. It's the same logo.
Sure
I'm about to watch
this for next week.
Yes, I'll watch it again for next week. So, but thank you all. We love you guys. We will see you next Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, grab a controller, play some games, have a great weekend. We'll see you soon. Friends of NLG, you'll see your name in just a moment. Play on, gamers.
Game on, guys.
Just game.